Holy shit.
The bitches, they love visuals.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Do you ever have one of those moments where you think, how the hell did I get here? Jeez, what happened to me? I was ruling the galaxy, had a cherry new battle station. I mean, this place had an omelet bar, a straight-up omelet bar. And now look, my former interns tossing me down a bottomless freaking pit. You know, come to think of it, my whole life has been a series of what the moments. That was my out.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I looked my woman in the eye sockets. I told her straight out. I just said it, man. I said it. I said, bitch, I'm the man of the house.
You said bitch, though. You called your wife a bitch.
Yeah.
This is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker.
Let's roll.
Do the goddamn buttons on this shit. It's been a while. It's only been like a couple days, but still, holy shit.
Holy fuck.
What a weekend. Well, let's see. Unlike other duty stations, let's see. Let's see. What was it? We had an argument today about who had training holidays on Mondays and who didn't have training holidays on Mondays. Because some of them, like, I don't know, it's kind of funny how the military only places holidays in certain sanctity as opposed to others. Like, you would get a 4-day weekend for the Super Bowl as opposed to getting a 4-day weekend for Easter, even though the day of the actual holiday itself would obviously be the day before work, right? So you think Sunday, after dealing with family and drama and eggs and whatever religious preference establishment you go to, you think you'd be good to go, right? So... no. If you're stationed at Fort Hood, how was your day at work today?
Wow.
If you were stationed at Fort Bragg, 4-day weekend. Know what I'm saying? If you were stationed at Fort Drum, you had to come into work.
Same.
If you had to go into Fort Belvoir, you had to come into work. If you were at Fort Stewart, you had to come into work. However, through the WTF Nation Network and, of course, through the NCO Net, the E4 Mafia has informed us that several commands still ended up taking days off anyways without letting their commanders know. So, good on you. So, that's what it's all about. I mean, it's not like we're like in the middle of a war or anything, right?
No. No. It's over.
World War Iraq or something like that. Seems like we're going back, or Afghanistan or fucking Syria. Seems like we're going back and forth with them motherfuckers again.
Mission accomplished. What?
Yeah, exactly. We will kill the terrorists again. You're going down, Al Qaeda's.
Go down.
Or is it Taliban? Shit, can't make up my mind.
50-50.
Oh crap! I'm not the president anymore. But anyways, yeah, we're going back and forth in the office today about who has training holidays and why is it that Easter is not a training. I will tell you what, I had some conversations with friends and family, and of course, friends and family always like they are always, how can I say, they're always excited to hear what my take is on specific holidays that seem to have gone. What's up, Amanda? That have seemed to gone to, I don't know, more commercialization of stuff. It is like now, and before everyone gets mad at me now, I'm gonna. I pissed off all religions anyways. So everyone's already thrown out their Jesus fish and their stuff stickers all over their Facebook pages and their He has risen stuff, right? Because Jesus is Lord. Even the Walking Dead memes, I love them all. That's you know, that's cool. I like it. You know, fuck it. You know, because if you're gonna crack on all religions, you gotta crack on all religions. Don't just be religious, non-religious specific. If you're gonna crack on, but it just seemed like to me that lately, a holiday like Easter has become to even the kids are starting to look at it's lost its luster. Does that make sense? I mean, does it seem like the way to you? Or maybe it's because I'm old and curmudgeon and fucking don't give a shit about something.
I agree with that because if you look at like when we were of young age, what was open on Christmas?
Nothing.
Seriously,
Nothing.
fucking nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing was open on Christmas, and nothing was open on Thanksgiving either.
Nope. Nothing was open on Thanksgiving. Nothing was open on Easter. Nothing was open on fucking Christmas. I mean, you just name your of normally genuine. I guess you would say genuinely holy days. And I'm talking about America. Don't start throwing your shit in here. What about? Because we're talking about Jewish holidays too. Because I remember growing up, all I ever heard about was Hanukkah, Chanukah, Christmas, Thanksgiving. I mean, it's just one of those things that were just normal when I was growing up.
But no, I agree. It's that it's become commercialized, and now with shit being open and whatnot, I truly believe the only reason that we get those holidays off, or if they fall on a weekend, we get the 2 days on either side of it. We won't get them off because it's a federal holiday.
Yeah, exactly.
If the military were a commercial entity, we'd probably be working like cheap labor.
What are you talking about? We are cheap labor, man.
Well,
The military is cheap labor. Even the one thing you could take away from a soldier is time and money, and you take away time, I guarantee it. So we're kind of breaking balls with each other in the shop today about how is it that some holidays, because I was gonna like throw a pseudo like are you against Christians? You know what I mean? Because I was gonna talk shit. I like to see me. I like to see shit burn. So genuinely, when I hear about drama and controversy, I'm the guy that's with a match and a fucking gas can to see what happens.
What?
Yeah,
No way.
Because survival of the fittest, right? So I was gonna send a fucking note to Fort Hood and say, are you less Christian than Fort Bragg? Is that what it is? Is that maybe Fort Hood? I was gonna go back and forth, but the powers that be said, no, we're not. We're partial. Blah blah blah. I'm like, robble. I'm like, okay. I was gonna sneak in a who's more Christian, Fort Hood or Fort Bragg, and I was gonna rousel up everybody, and
oh my god,
that would have been funny. It would have been huge, but it would have been huge. It would have been huge.
Huge.
He would have been huge. But anyways, it just seemed like to me that it was just I had to just to listen to and watch everybody and going through the motions, and it didn't seem sanctified. It didn't seem like It didn't seem like that. It didn't seem like that going to freaking going to do the family tradition. Didn't seem like that going to go and get something to eat. It didn't seem like that driving to said establishments. Didn't say like that at all. There was no It's like, hey motherfucker, get the fuck out of the way type shit. You know what I mean? It was just really I hope you had a good Easter. I mean, because the kids, it's all for the kids.
Yeah, it's all about the kids.
It's all about the kids.
Candy and the chocolate.
Yeah, candy, to get the gifts, have some breakfast and all that stuff. They're not. So you have to wipe the dust off of them a little bit, so that way they look like you don't fucking abuse them type shit. And then, because people judge, right? I mean,
of course, because that's what people do.
Especially when they come back and after they all been emphatically given the Lord, then all of a sudden they're gonna come back and say, "Ice doesn't wipe baby Ice's mouth, so he's a heathen and he don't believe in God because of blah 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 blah." That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about how now it is those that I see at the club or those that I see at the bar and those that I see doing stuff that would normally not be considered Christianly. And then what do I see them do is they look they point their nose at me. They like, oh yes, look down at me and like, oh yes, sinner, yes. Okay. Then I see him in the bar. oh, hey, what's up, sinner? You know, what's up? You know, and nobody, you know what I mean? People like fucking tap dancing around this conversation, but I don't.
Awesome.
No, but I don't because
That's awesome.
it's because they look at you like, why aren't you wearing your Sunday best? You know, you got that fucking mentality where you're just like looked down upon. You look down upon. Hey, look, motherfucker, I showed up. I thought you're supposed to be welcoming with open arms and the Lord and hallelujah and all sort of stuff, right? That's what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to be welcomed with open arms. But then when all of a sudden you're like, oh, you can just tell. They don't look at you. They don't outwardly say it. But then you can just tell. And then when you see that, and then they make their little snarky passive-aggressive comments, and they'll go, didn't see you at the after-church party today. Were you going to do this or were you going to do that? And I'm thinking, why are you asking me this question in a fucking titty bar? You know what I mean?
You've been asked that in a titty bar before? Seriously?
No. I mean, I'm just saying. I have been asked crazy questions like that. Let's put it this way. I've been discussed, and I've been talked to about morality in places that are immoral. You know what I mean? Why?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why are you even asking me that? Why would you even say something like that? Why would you even, or like we would like to say where I'm from, why don't you mind your fucking business? Yeah, you say you're not supposed to be judging, and well, I don't want to judge, but yeah. So, but again, I just don't think that I don't know. Just for my kids, even there was something I could totally tell it was out of it. There was a couple times there was great hanging out with some family members and all that, and there was times where you could tell the kids were getting frustrated, just like everyone else was. Mm-hmm. And so I was just like, okay, cool, whatever, that's cool. And then we came back, and then it was just, I don't know, it just seemed like everything was just, it didn't seem, oh, he's risen, oh, didn't seem like that. I don't know. Did you feel that too? Was it just me? Did you? Anybody feel like that too? Like feeling like not Easterly or some shit like that?
I did. So I was up really late on Saturday, and I didn't go to bed till like way early on Sunday morning or way late on Saturday. Well, however you want to look at it. And then I got up and I drug my ass out to breakfast. And Bob Evans was open, so which was good, but it was packed. Holy shit. And it was busy and it was packed, and I got in and got out. But for it being the day it was, being Easter Sunday and whatnot, I was really shocked at how busy it was at, I think I rolled in there around 10:30 or so. Yeah. And it was actually still busy. So it looked like a normal day. And then they rolled over to Total Wine, and it was just as busy. But then like it was a normal weekend.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It didn't seem. There was no parting of the clouds and shit with the sunbeam coming down on anything. There was just. Well,
I saw a couple nice bottles of scotches in Total Wine, so I had kind of that experience.
Yeah, exactly. There was sort of a heavenly. Oh, get that booze.
Yeah, basically. And I did. I got some. I got some stuff for tomorrow, actually. Not to tease too much for tomorrow's show.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I gotcha. I won't say anything. Was that the stuff you were sharing in the office earlier?
Mm-mm.
Or it was new shit?
I
awesome.
have scotch for tomorrow, dude.
Okay.
That'd be against who is coming on.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, yeah, that's right. Because today's drink sponsor brought to you by Jack and Coke.
I'm having a little bit of delirium tonight.
Exactly. Oh, dude, man. I don't know. Just like I said, it just seemed like there was no. There's no. All righty then. There was no. I didn't feel it. I didn't. Don't get me wrong. What was more important to me was hanging out with the family portion of it, as opposed to all the, I don't know, additional fanfare. I don't want to say that, but I don't want to. Next thing you know, I'm gonna get more fucking hate mail. Every time I talk about a subject like this, I got a shitload of hate mail.
Why? I don't understand. What are people so afraid of?
What? Just talking about it? Oh, I mean, come on, dude. I mean, it's not like we're not lying or hiding shit. I mean, come on, we're about as clear as a fucking backpack at a high school in Florida. What do you mean?
Oh, you mean we're looking to snub out people's rights?
No!
Oh, shit.
Snap! Holy shit! See what happens when Jack and Coke's involved?
Oh, fuck.
Oh, unadulterated, clear as backpack fucking wisdom. Oh man. No, but anyways, yeah, it was just like I said, it just didn't seem like there wasn't no. You can't say festive because you're supposed to be talking about it's about some dude, you know, about Jesus fucking right, waking up from the dead and shit, right? So you know, is it festive or is it not festive? How do you say something like that? You know, dude gets nailed at the cross. Is that festive? Is that Easter, Passover? Is that how does that? You know what I mean? How does that get? You know, and I'm talking purely not the religious portion aspect, but what of the you know, the story of the Bible, and you know, he has arisen. Oh, so, but yeah, again, it just going back and forth. It didn't seem like there was no. The kids, yes, I like hanging out with the kids. I like watching the kids' reaction when they're hanging out with friends, going, "Look, Dad," and doing all this shit. Love it.
So speaking of, you know, the alrighty then stuff. It's kicking around a couple memes. Probably the one I saw that was pretty cool was tonight we feast. Tomorrow Judas is taking me to a 9-inch nails.
Oh yeah. I saw that. Yeah, so that exactly. Or there was one where there was a guy. It was like he looked like Jesus and he was being cuffed, and then somebody wrote underneath it like it was an actual tweet and it said, "Yeah, he'll be out in 3 days." Like,
Oh my god!
yeah, like,
Well, I got another one standby.
Yeah.
Because there were some good ones.
Well, no, again, I was just going back to the I'm not. Everyone, shut the fuck up. Okay, we are no holds barred. We make fun of everybody. We just look at things from a journalistic point of view and dissect it to see why is it that nowadays it just seems like the holidays that we thought were sanctified and all that. I think I've saw more road rage incidents on Easter and more horn honking, finger flipping off and in anger. You know, people screaming. I don't know. It just seemed like there was more. That's hard to explain. It just didn't seem like it was the. I was not. It just didn't seem it.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's how do I want to say that? It does. I don't think it matters what day it is. It could be Christmas, Easter, your birthday, fucking. You know, you're heading to a fucking funeral. You know, all these things that are supposed to help you just kind of relax and you know be either jovial or inner reflection or however you want to say it. But that doesn't happen anymore, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it just
so fucked up and backwards from what we grew up with.
Well, I just don't. Again, I don't want to take anybody's holiday because we have fans on U.S. Army WTF Moments and and WTF Nation Radio that they're fans, but we're just telling you got to laugh. I mean, come on. If you've not laughed at a Jesus joke, in the last 48, 72 hours, then come on.
And there are some good ones.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, I mean, come on. You're I mean, if there's anything, he is the most hated on, shit talked upon person in the universe right now. Everybody, you know what I mean? Even when you say Jesus, Jesus fucking Jesus, Teddy fucking Christ. Even when you exclaim it, you don't even realize you're saying it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So a lot of that stuff is the most. He's even more than goddamn it. I got people's crosses burning right now, and oops, maybe bad term. Glowing, I shouldn't say, not burning. Fuck.
You are in the South.
Yeah. Oh man, exactly. And everyone can talk shit. I mean, come on. If you're in the South, oh man. Woof.
Look, John Now's got a good point. If you can't laugh, then all you do is frown.
Well, again, I am not. If we have had this drama before. We've had people go off and stuff like that and say whatever with your religion and all that. Hey, look, I'm telling you, part of it. I mean, how many people? Oh, wait, that's almost kind of like the freedom of speech type shit, right? That First Amendment crap that we like to talk about. That we say the only amendment that everyone cares about except for the other ones.
Yeah, Well, let's be real. The only amendment that anybody can ever fucking recite, and not even correctly, and we won't get started on that tonight because yeah. But it's funny that nobody ever wants to talk about the other. There's two amendments that get talked about more than anything, and that's the first and the second. But you're right, Ice. It does go back to that because should be able to slam on anything. Oh, that's inappropriate. Who cares?
Who cares?
Please tell me how my rights affect appropriateness.
Oh, no. There is no. Hang on. I'm digging through the Constitution. There is no appropriateness amendment.
I don't think there's feelings in there.
I don't think there's feelings in there either. I don't even think. Could you? I mean, these guys are writing this shit during the, in the middle of whoa. You know what I mean? This is. There was a revolution going on. There was whoa going on. There was shit going on. People, Crispus Attucks got his ass blasted in the freaking Valentine's Massacre straight up to begin the shot heard round the world. Start of the revolution. Minutemen are on the move.
Speaking of shot heard around the world and revolution, how close do you think the U.S. is to being on the cusp of something like that?
How close do I think it is?
Wow. I guess that answers that question.
Now, here's the reason why I kind of can say there could be something that would be a catalyst to it, but we're on the wrong generation for it. We are in the wrong generation for the generation of this group. In other words, and as I've said this before, the generation of everyone gets a trophy. The parents of the generation of everybody gets a trophy. It's your fault. Your kids, everybody gets a trophy generation that eats Tide Pods and all that can't change tires, that do not understand simple mechanics, and get beat down by women. Then you are men. You are the ones that I'm sorry will not be. You will not be the purveyors of anything big. The ones before and the ones after you will. You know what I mean? They're the ones that are seeing what whiny bitches men have become, or men of that generation are becoming. Now, I don't like slapping the millennial thing, because I know some great millennials. It's almost like knowing another race type of, you know what I mean? I like Mexican food. I have Mexican friends. You know what I mean? I know some millennials. I play Xbox with them. There's some good people.
The Taco Bowl.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I know some great millennial people. They help me play PUBG. Figure out the fucking sticks. You know what I mean? They know, I got millennial friends and great people, great Americans, fine upstanding citizens. They've just like me been ups through down, and they persevere, and they go. Well, I say some members of our staff too have persevered through a lot of shit, and they would be classified as a millennial, but they're just as hardy, or just has gone. They've gone through an event that is significant in their lives, and they've been able to pull themselves up without being bitches about it. You know what I mean? They'll complain. Everyone complains. Oh fuck, I got this to do. God damn it, blah 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 blah. But you really can hear it in them that, hey, I guess I got to fucking do this. I guess I got to do that, motherfucker. You know what I mean? That's what I hear in our staff, of some of the people that we would be considered millennials. But the majority of them, dude,
right. So, let me throw this out there. Do we only use that term millennial for those that do not fit our mold of what somebody should be? I.e., there are a lot of good soldiers out there that are in that generation of what we would classify as a millennial. However, we do not view them as a millennial because they've sworn and raised their right hand.
Well, see, that's the thing.
In the Constitution.
Well, but that's what I'm saying, though. Millennial, what are we looking at this as? Or we're looking at millennial as a classification of generation. We're not looking at it as a behavioral thing. You know what I mean? I don't look at that like that. I look at millennials as the kids that are of a specific age group and all that. Because I don't. It's hard to start classifying, because I don't. That's why I don't even use the term, because when I use the term, then people think that that person is a shitbag. If I say so and so, he does this, and he's a millennial, then someone will say, well, then he's not a millennial. No, asshole. Millennial to me is of an age bracket. Just like I would be considered Generation X. We would be considered Generation X or something like that. So with that, so when I hear that, then and someone gets the ass, just like when everyone goes off on me and says that I'm an ultra conservative, or I'm a liberal, I'm a centrist, I'm a libertarian, because there's some things that I agree on either side, and I just don't care. I mean, I don't care about. I mean, I do like the argument. I like to argue. I like the points being brought apart, but no one's going to fucking change my mind, and that's it. Well, the same thing when I hear, well, that person's just a millennial. And then I ask the question, well, what does that mean? The persons that I know that are millennials, fucking, they lose one job, and they bust their ass to go get another job, and they get that job, or they say, fuck it, I'm going to try 2-3 other jobs and see what happens. You know what I mean? And that it's hard. Like, you're right. There is a label that has been put on there, and the name millennial has been given a negative content. I know fucking raging liberals in the military, but I don't want to call them liberals because to me, liberals, and I fall victim to it, or I shouldn't say victim, I fall for that same name calling too, or generalization too. I look at them like, hey, you're a goddamn liberal, and then like, but then you're fucking rocking and rolling on that rifle and kicking ass and clearing rooms. You know what I mean? I can't really. You want to kill shit. So is that a liberal? You know what I mean? Maybe their views as far as their political affiliations and what they feel the government should be doing or we should be doing as a people or a society may be liberal, but they're not walking around there, you fucking fascists, and they're, you know, setting up a fucking charge on the door. Fucking, you know, goddamn, you know, you're trying to smash my freedom. They clear, and then, you know, throwing a 9-bagger in the room. You motherfuckers, you just want to oppress governments, and you're shooting fucking targets with me and shit. You know what I mean? You're rocking a fucking 50 cal hitting fucking Syrian. You goddamn fascists. You know what I mean?
Oh God, that's awesome.
But that would be that if you were to use that generalization of the description that you just said, then yes. But I know, again, kids on our staff right now, and I say kids because I'm actually, I just found out that I'm not the oldest person in the fucking troop now. Fucking, you know, we have older people. We have old people in the fucking, got old motherfuckers in this goddamn, so now I'm not the oldest guy, so I can say I'm a millennial too. I'm
not
young.
a millennial.
I know, but you know what I'm saying. I'm young. Compared to this motherfucker that's the oldest in the station.
You're young-ish.
Yeah, I'm young-ish. Exactly. That's all how you feel. But my thing is that when I hear the term millennial and I hear all that, you know, I do say that the majority of a lot of things have been highlighted because of social media. I mean, when I was a kid, I used to throw avocados at fucking security guards and shoot BB guns at police officers when I was a kid. But is that legal? Or not police officers, but you know what I mean? I used to run for the cops after I would shoot BB guns at security guards. But they were BB guns. I wasn't hurting nobody. Boys, we boys. Boys, we boys, right?
Eye from a BB gun. You might lose an eye.
You might. It'll put your eye out. Exactly. But I'm not gonna sit there and say, well, I was, you know, Generation Y, or what was it Generation X? Well, Generation X, that was the motherfuckers that were on MTV, you know, with their fucking Flock of Seagulls haircuts and shit, all being all mopey and shit. You know what I mean? Oh, life sucks. I want to be a conformist. Next thing you know, one of them is that I laugh about all the time is Kennedy from MTV. Remember Kennedy back in the day?
Yes.
Yeah, and now she's on Fox News and Fox Business. Woo woo woo. Ugh. Kennedy.
You got her, huh?
No, I just think she's. Oh, hang on.
Such love, such joy, such ecstasy. So much pleasure in my mouth.
Indeed. Well, anyways, she was all that mopey, new mod, whatever, hot topic, fucking, you know, music. She was into that shit. You know, and she was all into that stuff and all that. And now she's one of the largest conservative speakers on Fox News. And it's all about money and it's all about diversifying your bonds and shit. You know what I mean? Who would have thought?
Money.
What's that? No, who needs money, right?
Just spend it.
But yeah, dude.
That's my plan. Just spend it.
Yeah, just spend it. I mean, honestly,
you can't take it with you when you're dead.
Yeah, exactly. Oh wait, someone's giving me some. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to pay attention to the chats. Fuck, I'm not even. I'm just like my head's just. I'm just like oh. Millennials, also known as Generation Y. This is from a Wikipedia. Do you notice that you notice that the Wikipedia, when it describes the millennials, is all nice and hip and squared away and shit. And
well,
like,
let's think about who owns that, probably
millennials. But anyways, but yeah, everyone's like talking about what a Generation Y millennials. Nah, see, so what do you call this generation of whiners? I mean,
yeah, exactly.
You know, these are the whiners. These are the ones that have, like, okay, you know, I'm gonna say it. You know, I cannot have a fucking show on Monday and not discuss David Hogg.
Oh, son of a bitch.
So I knew I was gonna trigger you, but my biggest thing is this. Okay, this kid obviously is one of the one of the Parkland school shooting survivors, sort of kind of thing. He went to the school. How about that? We'll get that far. He went to the school and is crying about whatever. And now this, you know why WTF Nation Radio does not have a lot of sponsors? Is for this reason I'm going to tell you. He's all butthurt because he didn't get accepted to several colleges with the grade point average, I guess a 4.2 or whatever. Which, hey, good on you. I mean, fuck, I wish I had a 4.2. Damn, I mean, I'm not a school person. So anybody who has a 4.2 grade point average, to me is that's fucking top notch. However, Laura Ingraham went on Fox News and said that, hey, you maybe you should tone her shit down or something to that effect. I'm not even going to get into the weeds of that stuff because they're going back and forth on their Twitter fight. Well, then David Hogg comes back and says, you're attacking a kid. Everybody pull her sponsors. So now these motherfuckers are pulling sponsors from her because this kid is now fucking, you attacked a child. This kid has been on every single media outlet screaming at grown-ups, and then when someone says something back, I'm a child, pull sponsors.
Yep. And people are doing it. And that's
people
why
are doing it.
It's a fucking kid.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's a boycott. Everyone should boycott. So then when somebody else says something about somebody, now that's like the new thing now. And because, like you said, like we were saying earlier, is that because social media is around now, which I think social media is about ready to take a dump, dude.
It's getting old.
It's getting old, but I think people are going to start going. They're going to start using social media to not be interactive as much. They're going to use it more for dissemination of information, but not an interactive type thing. And if there is going to be interactive, the way it's gotten now, everyone gets so fucking butthurt about everything. They just block you or shut you out or whatever. You got to be willing to take the hits, the good with the bad, right? So I guess the other kid that survived, who was a kid who was actually there at the school shooting, said that, hey, fucking, what's this kid's name? Kyle Kashup?
Mm-hmm.
He, CNN's Joan Walsh said on Sirius Radio that she went after him. Joan Walsh went after him, just like Laura Ingraham went after David Hogg. So now, but everybody's quiet.
Right, because it doesn't support their agenda.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody says shit.
About an agenda.
Nobody says shit about that. So now I don't see. And wait a minute, here we have older women attacking young boys who are just kids. I mean, pound me too or some shit like that. Kind of be a little bit of victim and stuff there. If you really want to go outlandish, because I'm just casting fucking hooks right now, because I like to get motherfuckers riled up. But now Joan Walsh from CNN, who was on Sirius Radio and does a lot of shit with them, goes after fucking Kyle Kashup, who was a fucking pro Second Amendment. It says, hey motherfucker, how come you didn't let me speak? How come you didn't let Meadow Pollock's dad speak? How come you didn't fucking let, blah, 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 blah. This is pathetic, blah, 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 right? So then she goes off on him. Where's the fucking boycott now?
Again, who controls the media?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, who, what the hell?
Because it fits one side and it doesn't fit another. So, tinfoil hat it all you want. Like that video that's floating around today with the repeated narrative that's...
Oh my God, you see that shit? That was fucking crazy, dude.
Creating the fucking echo chamber, right?
Oh my God, that was scary as shit.
And what kills me about that, and oh fuck, here we go.
Yeah.
And what kills me about that is it goes, you see it out there, and obviously the echo chamber is being created because you are seeing the same message repeated over and over and over again, right? When people don't have the time, or they don't want to spend the time because fucking attention spans are shorter than 5 seconds now, apparently, to go out and read what is needed to be read to be informed on the issues. This goes back to everything I talk about on Tuesdays with Minx. When it comes to voting and being informed on the issues you want that you care about.
Yeah.
Fucking take the time to go find the actual comments, the truth. It's oh my God, I just quoted the X-Files.
You just said it's the truth that's out there. Come on, you almost said it.
Go find it. Read on your own. Do not rely on the media to give you what you think is right.
See, but that's scary though, because now people won't believe us because they think we're the media. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a catch-22. You have to hear your information from somewhere. There has to be a centrally located site where you can get all of your information. David Hogg. There has to be some site. There has to be something to discuss the libations and rantings and accusations of David Hogg.
Oh, wow. I wonder what it'd be. Well, how much does a website cost?
The website doesn't cost anything. This is a website. No, this is free. This is just breaking news.
No. I'm saying we should buy a website.
We should buy. Oh, we should buy it. So real quick, there is a website right now. Man, I've been waiting to just say this shit. There's a website right now, okay? And everyone's tired of motherfucker shits, and everyone's going off and about everything. So now there is a website that is dedicated to David Hogg.
No.
It is all David Hogg. All of it is David Hogg. So if you want to catch all your David Hogg information, then you too could get David Hogg stuff. So there is because David Hogg apparently can talk and trash everybody, but can't take it, I guess you'd say. He literally can't take it when anybody else, and every time somebody wants to debate him, or he said we need to have a debate, nobody wants to debate him. Or because if he does, then he'll say, you're attacking a kid, you're attacking a kid, you're attacking a kid. So David Hogg, there is a site, and I'm going to post it in the Facebook Live page on the chat. You're going to love it. I was having a Monday. I really thought it was an April Fool's joke when someone says, "Ice, check this out," and I'm like, "Whatever, dude. This ain't no bullshit. What are you talking about?" And as soon as I looked at it, I'm like, "Oh my God!" It is called. Hang on. Let me see if I got this in here. It won't even let me post it. They must know. They know my algorithms. They know my algorithms. Facebook. I tell you what, Facebook isn't too good on algorithmic secrets, anyways. they're well, maybe I should say they are algorithmic secrets. I just think it's funny because they freaking the whole thing is I'm tired of this fucking kid getting the spotlight, and then when someone talks shit, then immediately this kid cries and says that you're attacking a kid. Why would you attack a kid? It's almost like he knows that adults screwed up in this, and then all of a sudden, no, you can't say nothing about it because he'll get. Hang on. Yes, hang on. It is a David Hogg page. There we go. What a day. Oh, let me put it in there. There we go. Let me go ahead and pin that comment and remove the preview. It's called hogwatch.com.
Oh my God, are you serious?
It is right there. I pinned it. It is Hogwatched on doc, and it's everything 24/7 Hogg, all David Hogg. So everything is all through the authors of this page. Anything and everything that is I wouldn't say anti-Hogg. It is merely highlighting what Hogg has been saying or doing on anything else. So, I'm only, of course, us, at WTF Nation Radio, US Army WTF, want to make sure that we're giving you all the informed discussion, right? That's what we're here for. We're here to provide you news, commentary, and discussion from both sides of the net. Is this an attack on the kid? If you look at the amount of aggregate information that is on this website at hogwatch.com, you will notice that this whole thing this is a heavy fucking fucking website. At first you kind of think, whatever.
Looking at it right now, holy shit.
Who cares? But as soon as you open up and you start seeing the rabbit holes being connected, like right now, NBC's plotting a hit piece on Hogwatch.com. Hogs protection mafia, unquote, in full force to silence real journalism. And NBC celebrates teacher who groomed anti-gun students activists like Hogg. Nasty little punk David Hogg is now going after Senator John McCain, who is suffering after brain cancer. Bombshell, anti-gun sociopath David Hogg on Reddit celebrating the mass killing of billions of people as a great for the environment. Google, YouTube, and the left are allowed to make comparisons to Trump and Hitler, but conservatives are not allowed to compare David Hogg's Nazi salute to a murderous dictator. I'm just going down the list of this website, and I'm telling you what. It is gun control fascist youth frontman David Hogg sides with Monsanto falsely claims that atrazine herbicide doesn't interfere with hormones. You read this shit.
Wow.
If you read this shit, if you look at this stuff and you see this site, it is. I'll be honest with you though, it looks kind of because the copyright on the page is 2017, and copyrights don't work that way. They work ahead, not backwards. You know what I mean? It even says all content is posted on the site is protected under free speech. Now, I just wanted to give you a glean over this page because I figured the way this kid has been given so much fucking attention to speak whatever, and it's almost like, he reminds me of the kid that speaking of Easter, he reminds you of the little kid that's hanging out in Easter that you can convince to say the word fuck and then go tell one of your religious family members to go say fuck to them. And the kid will pull it off and everyone laughs. You know what I mean? That's what he reminds me. He reminds me of that little kid that he doesn't know much, he doesn't know better. Because when you look at the way he talks and you look at the way he delivers the rhythmic patterns of his speech and all that, it looks like he's doing it to assert his attention. See, you see what I'm doing? I'm doing good. You know how kids, little ones do that. I don't know, dude. When somebody said, "Hey, the ISIS will make your day," and I couldn't stop laughing. I could not stop laughing.
Awesome.
I couldn't stop laughing because there were so many misinformed individuals in this page because you really think you're going to fucking do something? Bring it. If you really think you're going to come and take people's guns, bring it. If you think that this is a fucking joke, bring it. If you think that Americans are going to stand by and have kids come, hey, I'm sorry, man, I saw Children of the Corn. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, not happening. Not in my cornfield. I'll burn that motherfucker down.
So again, I'm just no. Everyone's like, oh well, you're giving credence to a no. Come on, whatever. It's one of those things to where.
Yep. So, going back to the whole comment, Laura Ingraham and all those guys, making that comment, how he didn't get into his schools and stuff, right? So, that decision, it's interesting on when that decision might have been made, because, and I'll compare this to the Tim Tebow phenomenon. Do you really think a school wants to deal with the fucking circus that's going to come along with him?
No. I don't think people realize what you're doing. Hey, talking about restrictive gun control measures and common sense gun control. Hey, I got it, man. No, I'm honest. And here's where everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, you goddamn fucking liberal." No, I do feel that individuals who are not, mentally stable shouldn't have access to guns, regardless of what your status was, man. I know many combat veterans who have totally 100% wigged out on their shit, and I don't think they should own guns. And it's not because I don't trust them with dude. You see it. You see it. You see what happens when we end up feeling sorry because he just needs to get it out of his system. He had a hard deployment. He just needs to work his demons out, and then he kills himself. Bam! The next thing you know, everyone's like, "Oh, well, what happened?" Blah 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 blah.
Saw it coming.
Yeah, we saw. Yeah, we saw it going. Nobody stood in. Maybe if y'all didn't do it, then that's fucking. I got your 6, fucking 22 a day. T-shirts come out, and that's it, right? Hey, look, you didn't think I was going to talk about religion and talk about another sensitive subject at the same time. I'll do both. I'll talk about everything about it. I don't care. But my point being is that there are some individuals do not have the mental capacity to understand right from wrong to own a weapon.
Yep.
If someone were to say ice, dude, man, you fucking, I'm going to tell you, man, blah, 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 blah. For the betterment of you, maybe you shouldn't have guns and all this stuff. Maybe you shouldn't have this. And maybe somebody in my family would say, I don't know, man. I don't think it's a good idea because you have some shit going on. If I'm diagnosed with whatever, I would be okay with that. I have no pride. There is no fucking ego for me to bruise. If it's something that everyone else, it's almost like everyone's fucking seeing the same shit, but you're not seeing it. Then there's obviously it's maybe it is you. So there's nothing wrong with that. Now, you getting pissed off or doing whatever and say shut the fuck up to somebody and getting mad and all that does not constitute all of a sudden take his guns away.
Yeah.
But
that's something they want to try and push for.
And that's exactly what I was gonna say. It's someone who has an outburst. Someone has some bullshit. Someone has something that's going on. And the next, within a typical strain of your life, look, I'm not taking Zoloft. I'm not taking fucking lithium. And nor am I going to take fucking any of your fucking antidepressant stuff and all that if I can figure a way to work out. If there are symptoms that require me to take medication because of that, then I could see you prescribing it to me. But if I just get pissed off because, oh man, you just pissed me off and I had a bad day at work. Oh, take his guns. That's not the purpose. When I think of common sense gun control, that's actually you're safeguarding somebody, and guns are in the picture. They're not the primary.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not there. It is that individual that has an issue that cannot deal with life, that needs just to take a break. I myself, as a leader, have convinced somebody to surrender their weapons for that reason right there. And only because of complicated issues, and that those individuals, because it was more than one, agreed, and then I just said, that's it. We're good to go. We're cool. And then once we get everything good to go and all that, if the doctor, if I got no red flags, I got nothing from the psychiatric guys, I got nothing from the, whatever shrink saying, nope, this guy definitely doesn't be around weapons. If I didn't hear any of that, here you go, bro. You good? Yeah, I'm good. That's it. I can't take the individual's constitutional rights. I asked, hey man, get those out of your fucking hands, dude. Because you got little ones, or you got a family situation, you're taking some meds, you're doing this, you're doing that. Let me take this out of your fucking hands just to kind of let things go. And perfect, good to go. Zero issue. Soldiers are flourishing right now to this day because of it.
Yep.
And friends that I have that I've done that to have flourished. But don't sit there and go, hey, you're gonna try to take your guns. No, not that's what I mean by sensible person control. Guns had nothing to do with this. It would be like somebody who is really pissed off and has mental issues, and you take the keys from their motorcycle from them. I would have done the same thing too. Or you take alcohol from their house, and then something like that you would take a stressor or an enabler to that stressor that would make it worse. Then I would go ahead and take it. There's nothing wrong with that. If you came in my house right now, Greg Cloud said, dude, you're fucking. You need to fucking think some shit through, bro. And you remove me from the situation. Or you said, come on, man, go hang out with me. You can crash at my place for a little bit. I'd be like, cool. For all I know, you're probably going through the same mental checklist that I would go through. Make sure he's good to go. Make sure he's out of the situation. Make sure he's somewhere where he can think. He's quiet. There's no stressors, and that's it. You're not even thinking about the gun. You're just saying, hey, just get the guy out of the situation.
Right. And how often does that work, though? I mean, it removing somebody from a situation that could turn volatile and end up a lot worse for all parties involved, not just that single individual, but removing them from a situation can be the answer to many issues. Think about how many situations commands could avoid if they were more proactive with their Joes.
Oh my God, dude. Oh God, I just got breaking news. Wow. Woo. If you were a recruiter, you're fucked. Holy shit.
Hey, for recruiters.
Oh my God. Holy shit. Man, I'm gonna have to cover. We're gonna have to cover some of this crap. God, no, Jesus, Daddy, like it. Oh, I'm saying Jesus again, no, Reeser.
Fucking A, don't do that. It's
No,
not nice.
no. What I'm just saying is, I'll cover the news. I'll cover this fucking this new hotness, this new thing. All I can say right now is that if you're a recruiter, you're screwed.
No.
No, I shouldn't say you're screwed, but your days of not recruiting are over. Holy shit!
Oh, that one.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's big.
I was thinking about the other one we saw earlier today. Maybe, perhaps.
Oh no! What are you talking? Dude, we've been seeing a lot. There's been a lot of crazy whacked out shit. No, this is the stuff that the boss posted, in the office right before we came on air. Recruiter stuff.
Yeah, no, that's the one I'm talking about too.
Okay.
Indubitably.
So we can take a break right quick, and then get to the top of the hour with some music, and then we will be right back to discuss this new breaking news. I mean, I want to talk about other stuff too, but this is kind of
it's gonna be more funner to talk about.
It's gonna be more funner to talk about. If you're a recruiter after 9 o'clock, go ahead and give us a buzz after 2100. And when you hear us talking about USAREC and recruiting, feel free to call. And holy crap, this is a pretty big. So anywho, we'll take a break right quick, and then we'll be right back to shoot the shit with y'all on the Monday edition with Ice and Great Cloud.
Shots.
Hungry for another taste. You stumble around the time you waste, and your table's overturned. Sooner or later you crash, then you burn. I think I wanna die tomorrow. And are you gonna be with me? I think I wanna die tomorrow, 'cause I'm out of time and I'm out of my mind. The simple ways come and go. Still I love the way you turn me on. But I just can't find the words, 'cause everything I say sounds so absurd. I think I wanna die tomorrow. Die on a baby. I think I wanna die tomorrow. 'Cause I'm out of time and I'm out of my mind. But it's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing that I can't let go. I think I wanna live tomorrow. So will you come and breathe with me? Think I wanna live tomorrow.
I am here determined to stop this future atrocity.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Good evening, boys and girls. This is Tim Kennedy. I'm a Special Forces sniper, a Ranger-qualified Green Beret, a UFC fighter. Please listen to us and the shenanigans that we're going to say. We will insult you. There will be racial slurs. We will be sexist. We will offend you. But there will be magic, and a unicorn will be raped. So enjoy the show. Thank you for listening on WTF Nation Radio.
Sorry about that. I was too busy laughing. Oh my God. Okay. Oh yeah, you know what? Chinese is always good. Sweet and sour chicken. Oh man.
I'm General Tso's kind of guy.
Oh yeah, General Tso's chicken too.
Oh man, it's delicious.
Oh, it is. General Tso's chicken with some crab rangoon. Ah, praise. Oh, dude.
Man, now I'm hungry again.
Now I'm about to say, dude. So the reason why I'm laughing, I'm going back and forth with individuals of the staff, of the other staff. This is fucking hilarious. The main page just posted a message from the Sergeant Major of the Army, stating that he just finished with the VTC between USAREC and the CSA. Bottom line up front, as of today, we've not filled USAREC with 100% of their authorized recruiters. This shortage is projected to have an impact on their ability to accomplish the annual recruiting mission. The Chief of Staff of the Army has directed that we assist by temporarily, kind of like the war in Iraq and Afghanistan, temporarily increasing USAREC's recruiter strength by 400 for a period of 90 days, beginning 1 May 2019, in 1 month. More detailed instructions will come once the DAG-1 and HRC refine the task. Refine the task. This is more of a sergeant's time question, but this actually has some hilarity to it. And may change a little bit later, but this is what I know to be true as of now. Number one, we need 400 qualified recruiters, former graduates of the recruiting school, to go TDY and return to USAREC to assist with the recruiting mission beginning 1 May for a 90-day period. Number two, and this is where I find fucking funny. Number two, we cannot take personnel from focus units that are scheduled to deploy for the remainder of the FY, and those already serving in an active role within the generating force, i.e. recruiters, drill sergeants, AIT platoons. Number three, OCONUS personnel that meet requirements are eligible unless the OCONUS location supports an ongoing operation or hardship location. Please inform your commanders and subordinate CSMs, SGMs about this short notice tasker. Much more is yet to follow as we refine this task. But wanted you to have the warning up front due to the associated timeline. DAG-1 and HRC working the final details as we speak, and we'll get something out to the first part of next week. Please acknowledge the receipt. Thanks, Sergeant Major of the Army. Let me rewind this. About this big green weenie fiasco that we're having. Number two, we cannot take personnel from focus units and those scheduled to deploy for the remainder of the FY. You mean you're not going to take non-deployables? You mean people who are deploying? So let me get this straight. You just said we have several thousand individuals, actually up to in the teens and 20s of thousands of individuals. Actually, more like 75,000. I don't know. Depends. He testified in front of the Senate Arms Committee that it was 25,000. However, he told the Sergeant Major's Academy that it was 75,000. So I don't know the numbers. So between 25 and 75,000 personnel are not eligible to deploy. They can't deploy. And he even said, you guys remember the fucking note that I read yesterday from the Sergeant Major's Academy? What did he say? The Army will take care of you if you can't deploy in 12 months. Okay, now think of this logic. If you're getting med-boarded right now because Big Dan Daly's saying, no, you got to get out. But wait, we're short recruiters. We don't know where we're going to get these soldiers from. We need to get this right here it's fucking this is idiocracy in action. If you're going to fucking chapter out 25,000 soldiers for medical issues because they can't deploy, and you're asking for recruiters that you can't pull from deploying units, get those assholes that are non-deployable and send them to that fucking task. I mean, just saying, I've only been in the Army for a little bit or two. You have just told soldiers throughout the last month and a half that we're going to throw you away because there's no job for you. But yet, a tasking just came out. I guarantee it, there are some individuals that want to continue to serve in the Army. Why don't you make those non-deployables your fucking recruiters? Because you know what what those guys are going to say? They're going to say, "Hi, welcome to the United States Army Recruiting Office. I was about ready to get thrown out. The military was going to be my forever career, and I thought my dreams as a soldier were going to be through my 20. But now, because the Sergeant Major of the Army made me a recruiter, I could tell you how great the Army was in taking care of me instead of throwing me away." Now, I think that would be a better message to a potential recruit than those 25, 75,000 assholes you're going to fucking kick out because the VA could take care of you on the outside.
Right, and that's working out how well for
Oh,
soldiers?
this is fucking awesome. Oh, huh, wait a minute. My Uncle Ice, because I do have family members I do have family members in the military now. I have family members in the military, and they hear all the ups and downs about this and this, whatever fucking going on through my military career. I have, in my discussions of what's going on with me, and that's only because I've given them the good and the bad, decided, nah. And they follow several Army military websites and follow face groups, and they see what's being put out. They're like, nah. Why the fuck do I want to join the military so that if I get hurt or I get broken, they're just going to fucking throw me away? But now... Now there's a message to say, hey, we need to get 400 guys to be recruiters. Why don't you get those broke soldiers and say, hey, look, instead of getting med boarded, why don't we take you out of your MOS and let you succeed in USAREC? Think about this. Think about the implications. Oh, all righty then. Think about it, okay? You have combat experienced soldiers who were hurt, who are getting put out of the Army, and now they're going to be your recruiters. And they're going to be the ones telling these potential recruits, the Army found a job for me because I couldn't deploy anymore. 400, god damn, I give you 75,000 recruiters right there.
Here's my question. How hard would that swap really be?
It would be, well, think about it. Some combat deployed personnel were previously recruiters that are getting put out. I've known several people who've been put out of the Army who were recruiters that are getting med boarded because they all got freaked the fuck out by this message that, the Sergeant Major of the Army is saying, oh, you're going to fucking go. You're gone within 12 months. And is already causing a second and third order effect within the force of guys just dropping retirement paperwork and just submitting themselves for med boards because they don't want to deal with the bullshit.
Yep.
This right here, it is, all right. You know what? Oh, the clouds have parted in the beam of sun.
So here's this aspect on it, that there's this huge number that apparently nobody fucking knows. It's as little as 25, it's as much as 75,000. So there's that aspect, right? The Army's already having an issue backfilling the 17,000 or so that they up and cut because they wanted to downsize. And so they started looking for dirt in people's files to kick them the fuck out.
Yes, those are the officers. The 17,000 officers and warrant officers got kicked out of the Army because of that.
Because they had dirt in their file from when they were either a young Joe or a young officer.
Yep.
So, let's kick them out. And they still haven't been able to recover from that. But now, let's boot out 25,000 as upwards of 75,000 in 12 months. And we should be able to recover from that, no issues.
No greater fucking irony in that whole message. See, I was having a Monday. Now, my day is no longer a Monday. This is fucking hilarious.
Here's what kills me about that. Let me cap this off. Is that they interviewed Ordinero after he retired, and he actually said, I quote, I think we might have went about the downsizing the wrong way.
Yeah.
After he's already retired.
No shit, Sherlock.
You think, motherfucker?
Where was this fucking infinite wisdom that you have while you were still fucking in? You notice all these guys like to talk shit about all these guys that we're in right now? They're fucking, oh, wow. But again, So this just in. Like I said, the irony in this is fucking awesome. It is awesome. They're telling you that we need to throw soldiers out of the army because they can't deploy. However, part of this tasking is that we can't take personnel from units that are getting ready to deploy. It's fucking unload. Oh my god.
Well, here's the other side of that is how many units are actually deploying at this point in time? I mean,
that are well, no, there's units
that big anymore.
Well, focus units now are units that are considered under the GRF. You know what I mean? Under the Global Response Force. So you have different units that are spread throughout the Army that support the GRF. So if the balloon goes up, then obviously it's going to be the 82nd. Then it's going to be 3rd ID. Then it's going to be all the attachments. Excuse me, I'm drinking beer. Our soft units. You know what I mean? So it's going to be one of those things to where it's kind of back and forth on what type of focus. You're right. There's not too many focused units to begin with anyways. So the whole irony of the whole, I am just laughing because I literally had to tell 2 senior NCOs that it's a good idea that you go ahead and you know, maybe you should take a med board or blah, 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 because the Sergeant of the Army says you suck. But now they're saying, we don't want to take people who's deploying. Because this right here, this is easy. All those individuals that have those profiles that make them non-deployable, hey, stop fucking the Joes that were suffering through recruiting suffrage. See, what it is they're afraid. They're afraid of putting guys who've been deployed to combat, who've been deployed in real fucking units for so fucking long, and someone as salty as fuck coming in to be a recruiter against these fucking slick sleeve assholes that are still part of USAREC. The guys have never deployed. There are guys in USAREC that have glided all the way fucking through and have not deployed a single iota of a deployment, but yet tell staff sergeants and sergeants first class that have been through the shit and been through the suck that they don't know what it's like to soldier. Bitch, we're talking about office work here. If this is what you're talking about, you know, this is what it means to be a fucking soldier, fuck you. Because I guarantee it right now, this just sent, and if you could see the comments on the main page, they're fucking like crazy. They're like, I mean, like unreal. One of them was, no shit. One of them just fucking said, what the fuck? How many people, quote, how many people have they med-boarded out for stupid shit? And how many could have taken this desk job to come in? I had 12 and 8 to go for retirement, just saying. You see what, you know what I mean? What fucking stupid knee-jerk bullshit happens when the big green weenie doesn't talk to each other. So again, I personally, good. You reap what you fucking sow.
Yep.
You reap what you fucking sow. This is what you fucking want, and this is what you wanted to fucking treat the soldiers. You have just told all the soldiers, all senior NCOs in the Army, that you're fucking, if you're non-deployable, you're a fucking throwaway. But now you're saying we need soldiers to be recruiters. I guarantee it. There was guys that I guarantee by their fucking morale and their motivation would love to have served an additional 5-6 years and wouldn't mind serving as a recruiter at their hometown where they could have retired out of. Think about that. If you're a recruiter and if you were a fucking Joe that was going through a med board and they said, hey, look, how about we send you through recruiting school and let you go back to your home station so you can retire out of there?
Oh, how many people would be down for that, though?
A shitload of people would be down for that. I'd be down for that. Could you imagine me as a fucking recruiter? Get the fuck in here.
Oh.
But what I'm saying, though, is that, think about that. Recruit at your fucking place of retirement. As a matter of fact, maybe we got the whole Army career track fucked up.
What? No.
Maybe we should, no. Instead of having the young fucking Joes do it, maybe that should be your Twilight tour. They need warrants, don't they?
No, they could be station commanders.
No, they don't need warrants. No. Fuck you, ICE.
Station commanders saying.
No, but what I'm saying, exactly that. Why don't we look at this differently? Why don't we look at? Oh my God, I'm sounding like the Army now. Let's look at this holistically.
That's just terrible that you said it like that.
Yeah, I know. Hey, let's look at this holistically. Let's look at this from a different angle and a different lens. Okay, we will dismiss and forgive you, Sergeant of the Army, for saying that that all soldiers are broken and they're all that. Let's war game this, because you're pretty astute and you're pretty observant to different types of courses of action. I would like to think that you're an innovator. So, Sergeant Major of the Army, why don't we do this? Why don't you get guys that currently are all on profile right now? I guarantee it. I guarantee it, like a fucking suit from that dude's suit commercial. I guarantee it. More clear than a high school backpack in Florida. I guarantee it, you will fucking get individuals that would rather be recruiters and stay in the Army and let them retire than what they're going through right now. I'm willing to bet you.
That's, oh, man. Damn, that's a good idea, Ice. Holy shit.
I throw some ideas out once in a while, but I'm just saying. Nobody wants. As a matter of fact, I'm going to cover that during Sergeant's time. I'm going to talk about during. I'm going to beat a dead horse. I'm going to beat a dead horse with more David Hogg jokes on Sergeant's time about this recruiting fiasco. I'm serious, dude, because this is bullshit. You just sat in front of a bunch of sergeants majors at the Sergeants Major Academy and told them that don't worry, if you're broke and you can't if you can't be gone, the VA will take care of you. Wow. Way to throw away soldiers. What a way to throw away all that knowledge and wisdom that you could be using from staff sergeant all the way up to master sergeant, maybe sergeant major. I guarantee it. There's some broke ass sergeant majors that could get murdered that could probably unfuck you, Sarek. There's probably going to be some master sergeants, first sergeants, sergeants first classes. I mean, name the gamut from the ranks all up. You won't even have to have fucking USAREC requirement for recruiting. How many people of the fucking staff sergeant rank, buck sergeant rank do you need for recruiters? You probably don't need that much if you flip it like that. Mid-board personnel are authorized to be recruiters. I'm not saying this is what's happening. I'm just saying that's my course of action. Mid-board personnel are authorized to be recruiters because that's like their last choice to retain in service. If you can't deploy, then fine. We will make you a recruiter. No, fuck that. Okay, then get the fuck out. That's it. You know what I mean? Give them a choice right there. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. I put a fucking case of Tecate on that. Matter of fact, Sergeant of the Army, why don't you give us a call? 415-889-8367. Or join us on Sergeant's Time. Let the front desk know. Hit us at contact@WTFNationRadio.com, and we're more than happy to come on and give us the deets on this, because I think that's the way the program should go.
Don't call from your station, though.
Yeah.
Don't call from your government line.
Yeah. Don't call from. Yeah. Call through your secretary's front desk. Well, I mean, we've talked to the XO of the sergeant major's office before. Ooh, shit. The old one, not the new one. The old one. I want to say that. The old one. The old one called us before, not the new one.
The old one. It's the old one.
The old one. So I guarantee it, that right there would more than likely ease your issue and because again, the comments on that post right now are gold.
Are they really?
Oh my God, they're hilarious, dude. Within the first fucking few minutes of that.
Oh, so speaking of posts, I saw a really funny comment on one of ours earlier today from the drone post. It said, if it's a Border Patrol drone, can we call it Alien versus Predator?
Yes, I saw that.
I was like, that's fucking awesome.
It is Alien versus Predator. Well, it's true. Well, I mean, does it have any missiles on it?
I don't. Could we authorize it to be armed? I mean, I'm just saying.
Well, yeah. Don't say posse comitatus because the Border Patrol agents have guns.
Right, and they are engaging in in an international zone.
Yep.
If it's on the border itself.
Yep. Within 5 miles of the border, it's 100 miles some areas, 5 miles in other areas, and if they're engaging, sometimes they've even engaged Mexican forces, which I didn't know there was such a thing.
What?
Yeah, they've engaged Mexican military forces before, and then they got fucking what the fuck. So it's not a big deal. So if a Predator drone is flying around doing standard ISR approach templates like everyone, well, I won't get too specifics, but I will say if it's on patrol like downrange and soldiers are in ticks, then guess what? A tick happens. You call for fucking assistance, and then you get the fucking voice from heaven that says clear out of sector, and just watch the fun fly. What about a 14-year-old specialist? What about it?
A 14-year-old specialist or a 14-year specialist?
I'm sorry, a 14-year specialist. It doesn't matter. A 14-year specialist, just wrong with a 14-year specialist. But however, it depends on what happened. I mean, if you got fucking busted, come on, man. We're looking at fucking standards and disciplines shit still in the military. We're not going to just oh, yeah, come in here. I feel fucking sorry for you because you didn't want to fucking progress. These are guys that are already whatever. But But my point being is that what better way to fill the ranks with experience? Because you got to remember a lot of the guys that I know that have been medically boarded, that have been processed out of the board because of they were injured in combat, or they were injured doing something fucking crazy and shit. They weren't fucking, they got their hand blown off or something like that, breaching a fucking door or something, and they were holding on too tight or something, whatever.
Yeah.
But there was no fucking way that all of a sudden now you put this big message saying, "Don't worry, America will take care of you. The VA will take care of you," and then all of a sudden throw a message out like that. Hey, let's not take people from the units. Motherfucker, those are the ones that went back. They were the ones that left USAREC.
Right, because of the shitstorm that was there.
The shitstorm that was, the shit show. Oh, I know, because I see all the shit in the inbox for USAREC, and I love it.
It's awesome.
Please continue
They
the
never
burn.
disappoint.
They never disappoint. Continue the burn, please. We don't mind it. We don't mind. I really do. Yeah, and do call us too. I mean, if you got any information that has to do, if you guys have anybody from USAREC would like to give us a call, 415-889-8367. More than happy to take your calls. How would you feel about this? Do you think this would be a pressure off of the personnel in USAREC? I've seen careers destroyed. I've known guys and gals that were promising fucking soldiers when they went into USAREC, and then when they came out, they wanted nothing to do with the fucking Army anymore. They literally they came in, and there was the Kool-Aid drinkers that stayed inside, and they literally want to kill them. I mean, like, no shit. There's motherfuckers, I've heard, quote unquote, there's motherfuckers there that I would kill if I was still there because of the toxicity of that fucking organization.
So here's my take on that, is that's like anything else. You get into these assignments and whatnot, and you get these fucking homesteaders, right? And then they become that fucking, go back to the old adage, this is the way I've always done it, and this is how I've changed it, and blah, 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 blah. And they never leave, so all you have is that fucking negative bullshit, and it starts to trickle down, right? It comes to that, and I saw it, I think either we posted or it was kicking around the other day, is that, you take the 4 monkeys or whatever, you throw them in a cage with a banana, they go to get the banana, and they start stroking them with water, right? And eventually you replace all the monkeys, and it's none of them know why they're beating each other. They just know that's the way it was always done.
Yeah, I mean, you just hit the big thing about the homesteaders too. There's guys that have homesteaded in USAREC because they're cowards and don't want to deploy. If you were avoiding a deployment, and it's okay, there are two types of fucking soldiers: the ones that soldier and the ones that don't. That's fine. If you don't want to fucking soldier anymore and you want to hang out, that's cool. But if you've deployed, that's even more, and you've done your time, and you've had an event happen to you that you feel like you just can't do it anymore, hey, fucking bonus. But if you never deployed,
if you're fucking slick sleeve,
and you're a fucking slick sleeve, and you've got all this fucking years of all this shit, and you've hid the fuck out, and the war's been going on, god damn it, the war's been going on since September of fucking 2001 or October 2001, and you've not fucking done shit, and you're retiring, right? Let's put it this way: if you're getting ready to retire right now, if you're getting to retire, or you're just short with your retirement right now, and you've never fucking deployed, there is seriously something wrong with why you joined the military.
Yep. So I don't know if you heard this. This was several years back, right? They wanted to, when they were looking at boards and stuff, right? They wanted to, how they, what is it? Race. There's like a whole couple of sections on your ERB, ORB that get redacted, right? So they can't see race, creed, all that other shit, right?
Yeah. Supposedly.
Yeah. So it helps with being, completely objective when they see your stuff. There was a proposal, and I can only imagine it was a slick sleeve that came up with this.
The deployments were not part of it.
Right. They wanted to redact your deployment block.
Yep.
Well, it's not fair. Bullshit, it's not fair.
Yeah. The whole reason why you're in the military. That's kind of funny. And what really makes me laugh, and this is fucking hilarious, is that a lot of the guys that we like fucking pay knee pads to, the ones that we coddle their fucking nuts about in books and stories and shit, and like, oh, great leader, and wrote this new manual, and blah, 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 blah. A lot of them deployed, right? A lot of them actually did some shit. That's why when someone talks shit about H.R. McMaster, I literally look at them Like, I literally want to fucking stab him with the spork of my fucking chicken bowl that I'm eating from KFC. You don't even know who the fuck he is.
Right. Now, I have, because I served under him, and I have a different circumstance with him based on things that happened while I was there. However, that does not mean I would not follow that man back into combat.
Fuck yeah, exactly that. No, but some of his policies, some of his tactics, and some of his teachings and the way he saw doctrine actually change because he did it and it worked out, then yes, I would follow that guy. So a lot of great leaders, and I would say great leaders, we don't have any, like I said, we don't have any Pattons, we don't have any fucking Gavins or Widgrays. We don't have any of that yet. We don't. We just don't. We don't. Everyone who likes to talk about, well, he was a great leader, and he was there is nobody that I can see right now that stands out as far as that. Now, there was controversial generals. Those are the generals that stuck out of my head. Petraeus, Sanchez, you know what I mean? Those fuckers. And sergeants major of the army that weren't worth a shit, or I didn't even know were sergeant major of the army. They were just there, or they were just a waste of time. At least sergeant major of the army daily is trying to do something. That's one thing I could say about him. I may not agree with him on some of the things that he puts out, but I do admit that he is at least trying to do something. He is trying to push the ball forward. Maybe he had a bad PR person or something like that, or maybe someone didn't give him a good information on how to say it or how to articulate something. But telling a bunch of people, senior ranking individuals, that you're nothing if you're not deployable, but then all of a sudden they're saying, we need recruiters, but we're not taking people who are deployable. I got 75,000 motherfuckers that are just hanging out in the fucking wings who would love to stay in the Army still.
Yeah.
Who, on a good note, if anything else, would say the Army treated me right. They did me good. Yes, I couldn't deploy, but you know what? They made me a recruiter, and guess what? I'm able to get somebody in there make me a fucking station commander. Yeah, fucking. Yeah, exactly. Sorry, you didn't realize, Sergeant Major, you just can't. What did you fucking say? Yeah.
Sucks to be that guy.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck off. There's no fucking way. Nobody can change my mind how the Army works when you've never been in it, son. Sit the fuck down. Get in your fucking GSA car and go fucking go collect fucking contacts at the goddamn mall. That's what I'm saying. They would need to do that. That right there would win the prize, and would give, so because right now in the senior ranks, sergeant first class and above,
heavy.
It would the morale is shot. That you want to talk about capitalized on that experience will be gone. It'll be the drain. You're talking about a proverbial brain drain that they had. And treated, I mean, my dad said when he came back from Vietnam, they treated all fucking combat vets like this anyways. They wanted to throw them the fuck out.
And that's what I don't get is why. Why would you want to cut all your experience?
No, because it's a haterade show, man.
Oh, fucking A. It just blows my mind. I mean, there should be no reason that you want to get rid of all this experience, because that's going to be your up and coming leaders. That's going to be your up and coming tacticians and things like that. But yeah, you want to cut sling load because of whatever.
Because we don't. Because you're broken. You're fucked up.
You're broken. You have a fucking dirt in your file. It don't matter. We want to cut the zero defect army. No, really?
And what's even
that motherfucker?
And what's even better is that don't talk about morality clause and fucking morality waivers when you're letting motherfuckers. Don't talk about a recruiter who had a DUI in his record and you're gonna throw him out of the Army when you're letting fuckers in with DUIs. You know what I mean?
Shit. Again, it goes back to I want to see the Army recover. I want to see them cut sling load on this 25 to 75,000 individuals, and try and recover that in their numbers in the next 3 FYs.
On top of the additional 17 that was cut from FY17.
Yeah, so it could be as much as almost 100,000 individuals they're trying to recover. What is that? A fourth of the force?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, man, it's you got $100,000. You're at. What? So what is that? Non-mission capable?
Yeah. Whatever. Well, again, back to the whole fucking point is that Nobody. Somebody was not. They're. I gotta believe that they got a fucking PAO guy up there that's fucking helping them out. You know what I mean? I gotta believe that there's somebody.
No.
There's a big dude that's like, hey, Sergeant Major, you just told a bunch of motherfuckers that were worthless for not deploying, and now you're gonna ask for motherfuckers that are not deploying to be recruiters.
What kind of message does that send?
Did you just really say that? You know, I'd bring them down to earth. I don't give a fuck how many push-ups. I got fucking close to 30 fucking years. Fuck it.
Yep.
You ain't gonna scare me by, we'll just make you retire. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna fucking tell you right now.
But
30 years later, 30 years later, this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna get trolled and laughed at on U.S. Army WTF moments and WTF Nation Radio, and the fucking I told you so factor is gonna be coming through like a motherfucker. The comments are gold because I guaranteed. And it's USAREC. Anytime I get a chance to fucking put a bullet in fucking USAREC's ass, I fucking love doing it.
Hold on. Let me. Here, we'll get some more sound. Hold on.
Oh man.
Oh lordy. But no, it just astounds me that the Army can't think this through. I mean, let's face it. When a unit goes down range, do they take everybody?
Nope.
No, they don't. There's always a rear D. Right? So this goes back to a whole train of thought I've had about a couple other items, is that how hard would it be, and I hate to say this way, but how hard would it be to stand up a new fucking either battalion or brigade, depending on how many there are, right, of soldiers, and their only mission, right? They stay proficient in all their MOSs and all this other stuff, right? And their only mission is to backfill a unit and be their rear D.
Yeah, exactly.
Think about it.
Exactly.
You spin up, you go do right seat ride at 30 days prior, and then you do right seat, left seat ride as they come back, take their leave, and you turn everything back over to them.
I'll be honest with you, Great Cloud. I aside from the Matt Damon that's happening right now, I don't know what's more. I mean, with this whole thing that USAREC just said, I don't know what makes more sense: David Hogg on the Second Amendment or USAREC right now. I'm just like, fuck, dude. God, stop. You guys have to get smart on this, USAREC. Come on. Let me fucking run it. I'll go over there and help you out. I just gave you the solution. I just gave you the answers to the tests. All righty then. I gave you the enlightened path from Grey Cloud and Ice with a combined service strength of 80 years. Come on.
Oh, and it can be done the whole swap out could be done in an FY.
I could guarantee it could be done less than that. I'm willing to bet you right now, if you look at all the med boards and all the personnel that are getting the fucking thrown out right now, I'm willing to bet you that how long does a recruiting school take? I don't even know how. I think it's like, what, a month or something like that? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's 6 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's sending everybody TDY en route.
No, that's what I'm saying. You go to your TDY to your next assignment. So look, hey, Broke Dick, come here. You want to stay Broke Dick and get chaptered out of or get retired from the Army with less than fucking 20, or do you want to hit 20 and be a recruiter? I guarantee it. They'll be and not only that, but we will send you to a station and then we'll retire you back where you're going. Because you never know. Some people wouldn't mind going back to their home station, or some people want to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
And they go, and man, guess what? You're going to be stateside.
Yep.
You're going to be stateside, so that way, bam, that all of us you created the bench now. So let's take Fort Hood. How many individuals are going through the IDES process at Fort Hood currently that are getting med boarded? And some of them are close to 20, but are getting med boarded under 20. But they want to stay. I'm willing to bet you if you tell them, hey, we're stopping the med board process and we want to ask you a question. Do you want to go to recruiting school? And if they say, what happens? You get this, 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 you get this. And I'm willing, dude, again, a case of Tecate. I'm willing to get you a case of Tecate if I'm proven wrong. That you, like you said, I think less than an FY. You're right. So I guess we're speaking the same way, just differently. I'd say less than an FY, but you're saying this FY. I think you're right. I think we're saying the same thing. So I think, yes, in this FY, if you were to propose that non-deployables now become recruiters, because some of those non-deployables were recruiters.
Yep.
And I'm willing to bet you I wouldn't mind being a recruiter.
Shit, that's your first move. That's your first PCS cycle.
Yeah.
Is identify everybody who's non-deployed, who is a previous recruiter.
Yep.
That's your first cycle, right?
Yep.
And then you just start lining them up. And like you said, you look for volunteers first. Okay?
Yep.
You look for those volunteers. And then, those that are still pending and they're not on the fence, you take them. These are your options. But the only thing I would caveat on that, or the only thing I would add a part of this whole package is, unless you make, because let's face it, they'll still be eligible for promotion, right? Depending on where they are. At 20, you're done.
You would mean at 20 they're done?
So
let them. No. You don't understand what I'm saying. If they become recruiters and they go to USAREC, then they can stay. They can still stay. In other words, that's their saving grace. They still stay in the Army. They still get to stay in the Army, but they get to be recruiters for the rest of their time.
Even beyond 20. Then.
Even beyond 20.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because there's still other things that they could do. Because you gotta remember, like I said, they're getting med-boarded out. They're getting med-boarded because of fucking, like it could be combat injuries, could be injuries during training. So they go through the process and they say, look, you get you get to a point where you say, look, do you want to stand? I know you're a recruiter. Do you want to stand? If you stay in, then you'll be a recruiter for the rest of your time up to 20, and then you can retire after 20. Or you can stay in past 20, but you still get to be a soldier. You still get to serve. Guarantee it, motherfuckers will take that. Or guys that are going through the process now. Hey, can your injury, whatever you get in profile, can you sustain going through that recruiting school? Go through that fucking shit? Exactly that, John. That was exactly what I was going to say, Al. Starship Troopers, the reception guy who had his legs and his arm blown off, and he said, mobile infantry made me what a man I am today.
Technically, isn't he still mobile infantry then?
Well, he's mobile. I mean, he's mobile if he's on wheels.
Just saying.
I'm just saying. But no, but think about that. That will be the I think that will be the big caveat. That right there, I'm sure, will capture the audience that he needs, and it'll solve his non-deployable problem.
So here's the next question about that. Let's say so he threw this out there, right? He wants to be, he wants to cut sling load on these non-deployables in 12 months. Does he backpedal from it? Let's say he gets the advice of a good PAO. Or, advice from the chief of staff of the Army saying, dude, we can't do this. Does he backpedal from it, or does he try to push forward and then cut a new MILPER or LRACT to try and modify the guidance he put out?
He would not. You got to remember, all the stuff that he has said, These were witness accounts that he has said in and taped briefings. Nothing in policy has been established. So he could recover from this. A good StratCom person could assist him in his consequence management here by saying, in light of the shift of a recruiting requirement and to ensure that the operational force still maintains its deployability, we are offering a position for those that are non-deployable to either who were currently recruiters or who would like to go to school to serve as a recruiter. Here's what's going to have to happen. One or two things will have to happen. You're going to have to drop the PT test requirement for recruiting school. You're going to have to do that. Yeah, I mean, because if you've got a bunch of broke dudes coming in there that can't take an APFT, the only thing they have to worry about is sweating a goddamn fucking height and weight. You know what I mean? So if you've seen some of the recruiters, they're too fucking they're a Big Mac away from fucking busting tape anyways. So
interesting.
But again, I'm not within those circles. I cannot provide the great wisdom of influence that myself and Grey Cloud can provide to the Sergeant Major of the Army. I'm just laughing at the fact that, and we brought about this before when last year when Sergeant's Time discussed the 17,000 officer RIF, and we were laughing our asses off, and then we even called it that show. Watch the Army backtrack on it, and then sure shit they did, and then we laughed about.
Not enough.
Now it's not enough. Now we laughed when the fucking Sergeant of the Army said non-deployables in 12 months. We laughed about that, and then no sooner. So see, at WTF Nation Radio U.S. Army WTF, we provide you the predictive behavioral analysis of our leadership.
Almost like The Simpsons.
Oh my God, we are. It's fucking funny, you know. I think he's talking to you. I don't think it's funny.
Man.
But
so here's my next question, though, right?
What's up?
So let's hypothetically, right? USAREC and the Sergeant Major of the Army and the Army as a whole comes to its senses like, oh, this is a good fucking idea. Let's just swap all these guys for our recruiting positions. Okay. Let's say that happens. Okay. Eventually, right, that supply will run out.
No way. No way.
No, hold on.
No, I don't think so. Go ahead.
Those that have that combat experience, and that's why they're non-deployable, because they have the permanent profile because of combat-related injuries or trauma, right? Eventually, that supply of recruiters would run out. 'Cause let's face it,
you're right.
Unless we get another tick of some kind.
Well, I mean, the Army has already said this is only a short notice. This is only a shortfall.
I'm talking long-term if this were to happen.
I guarantee it. There will be. We will again 25 to 75,000 already deployed motherfuckers. USAREC isn't even that big. We will saturate the market with fucking broke dicks. I should say broke dicks. We will saturate the market with soldiers that can no longer deploy. So we saturate the market with non-deployable soldiers. Then guess what's going to happen? USAREC will be fat, dumb, and happy for a pretty good long time. They'll be able to actually, because there's a lot of recruiting stations that are so short that there are some recruiting stations that aren't even open because or shuttered because of this.
Oh, see, I wasn't tracking that piece.
They're not telling you the whole fucking news, because we haven't even covered the Special Operations Recruiting Battalion portion of it. It's a lot bit bigger than that.
It's funny. There's still a sign.
There's still a sign of USAREC. But there are exactly that. I mean, going through this brief and looking through some of the shit that I'm laughing at right now, the revelation of where I got this information will reveal where I got it from, because of, Hell Hydra, we got to protect sources.
Yes.
But the thing is that it's even worse as you keep digging down further, it gets worse. It's not just 400. There are other special needs. I shouldn't say special needs. Yeah, I guess you say special needs recruiting requirements that need to go for, and then of course right now, who right now? I'll be honest with you, and I'm probably gonna have people spit their fucking beer at their fucking at their TVs or listening on their red boxes, but the SFAB is spanking fucking USAREC on recruiting. The SFAB has bent them over and is drinking a beer while they're doing it, and has glory holed them so fucking bad when it comes to the SFAB is doing a lot better in recruiting efforts, and the numbers are proving it. I mean, of course, the organization is starting, but the SFAB has created more of a pool for for candidates to go into that program, and they're doing grassroots shit. They're just doing basic grassroots shit. Hey, you want to go do this? You want to go do that? You want to go do this? They're not saying advisor. They're not doing any of that shit. They're just saying, do you want to do
things in their ear?
Exactly. I have to do that, advisor. But listen, what they're doing though. They're saying, if you want to do this, sign up for that. If you want to go do that, you're going to sign up for this. If you want to do this, then we can sign up for that, and then we'll get you up and out of here. They're not talking about all the drama that's happened with their beret, with their lineage, with what fucking happened. Think about their mission that they're doing. And then when you're done with this mission, you're going to let you go anywhere you want in the Army. And not only that, all the time that you served in the SFAB will count as an exceptionally qualified for your promotion. So if you are a sergeant first class looking to get to be an EA, a master sergeant, Don't worry about getting platoon sergeant time. If you've done advisor time, then guess what?
That counts.
That counts as your platoon sergeant time to make master sergeant. If you are a master sergeant and you did advisor time, then you guess what happens? You are exceptionally qualified to be selected for sergeant major. Now, I don't know anybody else that wouldn't mind fucking taking that deal if they're in a fucked up unit. If they're in a shitty ass unit, think about it. Everyone's like, where are all these people coming from? How the hell is the SVAB doing better than a USAREC on in-service recruiting for special operations when the SVAB is just, Matt Damon, they're doing whatever? Why? It's because they're targeting their soldiers that are in shitty fucking units.
Like 3rd Cav? Oh, I'm sorry. We more.
Yeah. 3CR, 2CR, no, all the units that have, like, because they're not at Bragg. You don't hear about going to Bragg. They're going to Hood. They're going to Stewart. They're going to Drum. They're going to fucking Fort Irwin. They're going to places where people don't want to fucking go. Fort Polk. And because everybody wants to go to Bragg, right? At least some of the people that I know, or they don't mind going to Bragg.
All I can think of, can you imagine if SVAB would come out when Colonel Admiral was in charge?
Oh my God, dude. Get the fuck out of my talk. But think about it. But think about this though. Think about all that shit. They have been able to pull off what USAREC can't pull off. They have been able to pull off in the big army in service accessions of an organization again. Everyone talks about they don't have the authority to do that. That's USAREC's mission. I know somebody right now who's in the SVAB getting paid, getting ready to do his first deployment. And when he gets done, he's going to get promoted. He's going to get selected. The boards are happening right now. He got promoted. He's going to get selected for Master Sergeant. Guess what? If you were in Fort Hood, if you were in Fort Drum, if you were at Fort Stewart, if you were in those fucking units, and you were sucking, and you had a way out.
This is your way out.
And you had, oh, by the way, this just in. Hang on, from the fucking from the office of the fucking Red Leg News Desk. There's an SVAB organization opening up on Fort Bragg.
Oh yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
So they are having numerous battalions on Fort Bragg for the advisor at Fort Bragg.
I hear they're getting what is that? 3rd Group's barracks or some shit.
Oh no! The SVAB is getting all its new shit because the SVAB said, "Oh, motherfucker, don't want to give us money? We'll go find money, go do it." I really want to have the SVAB come on here because their rise. No, not to break balls on them, but oh yeah, I forgot the sound. Huh? Yeah. I'm sorry, Al. I was a little slow in the uptake. I normally have my notebook right here so I can crumple up some papers to have that that flashy news desk sound appearance. But my biggest thing is that. Well, shit, it's already fucking top of the hour. I tell you what, we're gonna take a break. I know we're totally fucking going off. This is more like a sergeant's time as opposed to a Monday commentary, but it's all right. Yeah, we'll get around to it. Hey, we'll take a break, and then we'll get some. Hey, look, if you don't know what the fucking song is, I keep telling you, the last few songs I played was Rail, Broken, fucking J Ready, It's Power, June Wolfsburg, fucking Assuming We Survive, Contact Atrocity, and then my fucking Death Star, fucking This Station. And Tim Kennedy's freaking stinger on fucking WTF Nation Radio. Stop inundating us in the inbox. What song was that we played? It's also on a rolling ticker if you're listening to some of our platforms, and also if you check out all the whatever you want. Name your platform that we're on. It's usually got a .com with a / Then there you go. Anyways, so we're going to take a break and we'll talk about advisor. And then we'll discuss how their grassroots program went from being so... Because basically this is just bash USAREC and David Hogg night anyway, so...
Yep.
We're cool with that. So, shouts.
Chats.
You say I walk on the truth, but I've nothing to
U.S. Army WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
I found the sound back. Welcome back to part 3 of the Monday edition with on WTFNationRadio.com, broadcasting live from the Functional Veteran Center of Excellence with myself, Ass, and a Rick Loud. Yeah. So we were talking about the unit that's currently stood up in Fort Benning, and we're talking about how they were able to successfully grab up. Actually, they were able to get a lot of people to join before it was voluntold to go. Some leaders were voluntold to go, but for the Joes to fill that right there, because it's easy, because officers, if they get told to do something, they just will fucking go do it. There is no, hi, would you like to volunteer? Because the officers like to fucking have their own little realm of what's going on, and we don't feel this, and I want to do that. I need to finish this goal, and my timeline's not looking good. And then there's a debate back and forth. Branch manager says this, then the command comes that, and there's a lot of blah 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 blah. Senior NCOs, forget it. You're fucking got on orders. You're gonna go to SFAB just by looking good, and you'll be squared away. You're gonna go. Junior enlisted soldiers, and obviously will be given the option of that big moolah and all of the perks and bennies that go with it, which is the way I see it. Up front, giving a little bit better than what fucking Sorb or USAREC have been able to fucking pull off in, I guess, in known recruiting times. I mean, shit. It was almost a just look at their fucking timeline when they said they were going to do this, and then the organizations come up, and then they're getting ready to deploy, and then the next thing you know, nobody took the SFAB seriously because of their little beret fiasco. Advisor. And then they had until all of a sudden you saw in the Army Times that they were getting fielded new kit. And then you saw them getting the new pistol. And then you saw them in discussion of getting new weapons and new vehicles and then a budget. And you're like thinking, yeah. So is it too funny to go, advisor? Is it now, should we take these fuckers seriously?
Well, so new gear is always a promise of new gear, like legitimate new gear is a great way to fill your billets with people you need. That was a promise of, those Striker Brigade combat teams as they were getting formed up when I was coming out of AIT all them many years ago.
Force 21 bullshit.
Force 21 bullshit, but it all came with brand new gear. M4s, the latest and greatest in mobile weapons, new shit, right? ACOG was coming out at that time. All this shit, all this brand new high-speed gear that you were going to get that other conventional units didn't have yet, right? And you saw soldiers jump at that opportunity to have the newest and greatest gear that the Army had to offer at the time. And what happens 3 or 4 deployments down the road? Well, it's just like any other fucking unit. The shit is broke and they can't replace it because they don't want to spend the money on it.
Yeah. Or I think the Army procurement process in itself is just fucked up to begin with. The priorities of who should go to of the glamour, you know what I mean? Because now the new hotness always went to special operations units. All the hotness went to, if it was if it was a new weapon, a new rifle, a new pistol, new helmets, new type of hell, a lot of our uniforms, the way we wear fucking crazy pockets on the fucking sleeves, and we don't have any fucking. It was all derived from special operations. The way we wear our uniform now, derived from special operations units. Okay, so a lot of it too. You think, oh, okay, they would get the hotness for the new rifle. No. And so now I think that somebody quoted to me that it doesn't take a special person to operate special equipment. So I think that's why that, because now they have, if you've seen some of these kids wearing the fucking kit, I was trying to pull it up while I was on a break. Some of the kit that these guys have are unreal. They have body cams on there like they're cops and shit, so they can do key leader engagement. They're doing the little mini helicopter UAV shits and stuff like that. I mean, these guys are starting to get new shit to advise, booger eaters, and then when they're not doing that, when they're not advising booger eaters, they're going alongside with them in these engagements. And then, so we're talking about somebody who generally was not a combat arms person, like a 42 Lima or Alpha, or a 92 a Yankee, that are going and training and advising the booger eaters, and then going out with these booger eaters involved in fucking combat operations. So I think the term, you're right. We go back to what we were saying about calling people pogues and shit. To me, pogue is somebody that is not good in their MOS, because everybody's a pogue unless you're infantry, even though infantry doesn't do a lot of combat operations anymore. It's mostly the pogues. It's personnel other than grunts, that term. So when I hear pogue, to me a pogue is somebody like a 42 Alpha who sucks at 42 alpha-ing is a pogue. Somebody who is like a fueler who sucks at fueling is a pogue. A pilot who can't fly for shit is a pogue. A crew chief who has a history of bad mechanics. Well, you'll know it because the helicopter crashed, but it's a pogue. You know what I mean? So it's not just limited to the name, all that. So you're going to have combat experience given to those non-combat MOSs that are going to have more combat time than those combat MOSs. You laugh about going to the fucking SFAB, but those guys are getting ready to go to Afghanistan pretty soon, and they're also going to get ready to go to Iraq. What are you doing? What's in your wallet? You know what I mean? And these are infantry. These are infantry-like activities being conducted by, which basically, if you look at your fucking CTT manual, it's all it is a soldier task. Nothing special about it.
Yep.
So you're basically going to have all the gamut of all Army MOSs conducting combat operations with booger eaters. What I mean booger eaters, those are the partner forces that we're training. Anything that has to do with Afghan, I could say maybe Iraqis are getting kind of better, but they're all booger eaters.
That's a great term you have there.
Well, I got to be. Well, maybe I need to change my term, or else the SBAB won't come on here and talk to us. I want them to come on and discuss their unique mission, because as I was researching it, everyone's making fun of them and talking about the beret and the fidget spinners and shit like that. Then I looked at what they were doing, and then I looked at what their mission was, and then I looked at what like I said, they were making fun of this fucking person who was a 92 Yankee who was going to be training partner forces and accompanying partner forces on their operations. So it'd be like advisor. No shit, they're true advisors. So it's almost like you're teaching somebody how to do your dirty work for them, and then you go along with them to make sure that you're critiquing them like a live fire fucking AAR, except the bad guys are shooting back. Except your training event, they're shooting back.
Yeah. At that point.
Yeah, at that point now, are they pogues? Do you call them pogue? Exactly. See that exactly. So anybody who's like, blue cord infantry, armor, blah, 13 Bravo, blah 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 blah, whatever.
They get that mentality going through basic. It's their OSIT, right? Is that what it is? Yeah. That's what it is for them, OSIT.
Yeah.
And then you got these 42s who go, like you're saying, these 42s that go down range, go outside the wire, are engaged, and they come back, and then all these specialists and shit who are in these infantry units that have not set foot outside the United States yet want to talk shit to somebody who does have a combat patch, who has been downrange, who has been exposed. Man up, fucking volunteer for the SFAB.
Yeah, do SFAB, man.
Be a volunteer.
Yeah, SFAB. So that's enough proper. I'm just laughing at the fact that the SFAB's doing a better job at recruiting than USAREC is to do anything else. Sorry, the proof's in the pudding. I fucking love it. I think it's funny. But then again, I like to set shit on fire and watch shit burn,
So, you're talking about this recruiting effort and whatnot. I've seen in the past 60 days, maybe 90 days, it's been a hot minute, I've seen Sofrec or whatever you want to call them, in the exchange here and in the shopette here where I am located, and trying to get people to either join or be enticed in looking at there as our alternative.
Are we talking about SORB? The Special Operations Recruiting Battalion? What, really? They're up there doing some shit?
Yeah. I've seen them at least 3 times in the last 90 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're handing out. Well, I sent the photo of the golf ball.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I was like, it's a great way to, pitch somebody.
Yeah, exactly. No pun intended. But again, I think it's fascinating. I think the times of how we're fighting is going to change. Just make sure you don't get on a fucking profile, so you get thrown the fuck out, even though new recruiters come inside to do non-deployable jobs. But I'm just saying. Just saying.
So here's my question about that, though, Ice, is that when I was in and young and hard charging eventually, at one point, that was something that people sought after, right? To go into that community and that part of the military or the army is to go to that realm and be cool and all that other fucking badassery that comes with it, the weapons, the tactics, and all that other shit, right? How are they hurting for people?
Maybe they have some issues within their organizations as well.
It blows my mind that was that's the cream of the crop. That was what everybody strived to try and go get.
Maybe they're having problems with their organizations too.
It sounds like something you might know on the inside.
I'm just saying, maybe they're having problems with their organization. You never know. I'm just saying. I'm everywhere. My point being is the fact that they everyone has issues right now, and everyone's fighting for real estate, and real estate is the troop, and the troop right now is the troops are smarter and saying, you know what, after we've watched your shit to come into the military, and you want us to come into the military and all this other stuff. I just saw my uncle get fucked up and hurt in the army, and now you're telling me he's a throwaway soldier, and and I'm watching this shit. And now you want me to join the army after I saw the way you treated my family member or my dad or my mom or my uncle. You know what I mean? I saw that. So now you want me to join. Fuck that. However, if said family member was in the recruiting battalion, hey, you know what? I was fucking hurt, and the army fucking helped me out, and they said, hey, you want to be a recruiter, or do you want serve out your time and still want to serve? And that way you could represent the outward appearance of like, look, the army really does care for their soldiers and their families by retaining soldiers that are hurt, and now can help out and make mission, so that way we can teach the newer generation, this is what happens when you get hurt in the army. You will be taken care of for life. And you promote it through the ranks, through USERX programs or whatever, because I know they have a weird fucking promotion system. You get promoted through them. You want to be a 79 Romeo or whatever the fuck they call them now. You want to get promoted through that. Maybe there's promotion opportunities for somebody who's been through that, and I guarantee it, if you don't look at some of the guys that are in the higher echelons of USERX, you'll say that guy looks like he's deployed. That guy, you know what I mean? Oh, he's not a slick sleeve, or he's got some combat time, or whatever. You know what I mean? Something.
Quick Google search says yes, 79 Romeo is still a recruiter.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, I mean, just one of those things where the way I see it, I don't blame the Sergeant Major of the Army being frustrated with the amount of people that were there. But in the same tone, I think had he done some original analysis and got everybody's information and being so immediate, quick to fucking say, fuck, everybody's gone, you're fucking fired, the VA will take care of you, the Army will get out of here. And now they're saying, we need people to stay in, but we need
non-deployables.
But we need non-deployables. I fucking love it. The story writes itself out. The joke is right there. I don't even have to make the joke up. They already did it for me. Again, it boggles the mind. It boggles the mind. So it totally got thrown off of my fucking mojo today with these events on today's show. Talking about what are we talking about? We're talking about the Easter thing, and we're talking about the recruiting requirements and all sorts of stuff. And now the new big hotness now is I guess now everyone's going nuts about this church leader here who was mauled by a lion, trying to prove that God would intervene.
What a dumbass!
And if you don't know the story of Daniel and the lions, a couple of Christians fucking got taken out before Daniel was saved. I'm not thumping the Bible here, but maybe the other guy maybe because of that guy, the other guy didn't get eaten. So I shouldn't laugh about this, but
it's fucking hilarious.
It is funny. It is when you look, when you are okay. I've been to those places. I have been to Africa, and I've been on the mighty tundra and the savannah. Heard that in the background shit, and fucking Lion King, and fucking what's a circle? It's not a fucking cartoon with a bunch of singing monkeys and fucking hyenas and lions. It's not gonna happen that way. It ain't. It's fucking. They tell you straight up, stay in the fucking truck, and you have your weapon. Fucking shoot when they shoot until you see the whites of their eyes is an understatement, because they know lions, when they're coming at you, they know how to jink and jive past you and shit, and they know how to fucking come around and circle you, and there's more than one. So a Christian church leader tried to prove that the Lord would step in and come to his rescue, and went up to his lion, right? So he went in there and tried to mess with the lion, and the lion had mauled his buttocks.
Hey, break. Wait.
Oh, hang on. What? What?
Quote, if anyone has made, it says, so this is quoted, if anyone has made in comments to the U.S. Army WTF moments, I know it is late, but delete your comments if they are demeaning to the command in any way. It should be mentioned that in last week's conference call, recruiters were being disciplined at the field grade level for making slanderous comments towards USAREC on social media for all to see.
Whoa! Damn, that was fast. Holy this show's not even over yet. Damn, we are. Bum ba-dum bum 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 bum. We are WTF. That's unreal. Holy crap! I got it. Okay, hang on. I got to see this. Is it in the office? Because I would like to pull it up. Oh,
yes, it is. In the
main office. Okay, hang on. Oh, I see it right there. There we go. Wow, for her pleasure. Can we ask the overlords if it's cool enough for me to post it on the
I will. Let me throw that mission. Let me question them really quick.
Yeah, let me request for fire, please, because I would like to engage in fire mission to USAREC once again.
Stand by.
Because they just keep giving me ammo. I love you, USAREC. Yeah, once we get permission, Nation, we'll let you know if we can drop this thing in here. And that way you guys can see late breaking news. Unreal. So you heard it here first. USAREC is pretty pissed off, man. I don't know what. Oof.
So the two controlling overlords, our illustrious J1 is and the Supreme Leader is in there waiting. I'm waiting to hear back from them.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. God.
But yeah, it's wow.
Holy shit. We were just breaking balls, just talking about maybe they listen to us and shit, but damn.
Yeah, does that mean they're where's our phone calls?
I know. Oh, see, that's the thing. God, see,
889-8367.
Yeah, 415-889-8367. Holy crap, that's unreal. God.
Call the show now at 415-889-8367.
God, I cannot believe that was quick. We'll let them know that the solution is inside the canister ready for launch. Wow, this has been a pretty eventful show. I was just talking, and the next thing you know, Holy shit. We have activated Userex 4-ass monkey. Wow, unreal. I'm just like,
we're awesome.
Yeah. Well, just that message. I'm not gonna totally. We've already been blasting them already, but it was just that one message that we got on there. Holy shit.
We're just saying.
Yeah, we're just saying. We were just talking about some stuff, and we were just talking about whatever, and then we even asked if you wanted to comment on the show. And then as soon as we said, as a matter of fact, as soon as we said that, everyone's like, you know, they must have us like freaking, they must be monitoring us like the old Intercept analysts back in the old 98 Golfs back in the day, you know what I mean?
Oh my God.
They're sitting there listening to fucking videos and shit and writing shit down. And there's some like nerds sitting around the back at fucking USEREC that were 98 Golfs that finally found a lot in life. I'm listening to WTF Nation Radio and they're talking shit about us. This just in, you know. Give it to the boss on the teletype, you know, back in the old days and shit. Old MI. Exactly. Exactly. Wow, that was fucking fast, dude. God, we were quick.
Yep.
Hey, anybody that was in USEREC or in USEREC or any recruiter currently right now, we won't disclose your area code or nothing. We will just say, we'll just call you. We'll just ask you if you're a recruit. If you call up and we say WTF Nation Radio, you're on the air, and you say hi, and I will say, are you a recruiter? And all you have to do is say yes, and that's it. That's all we'll say, and your name will be Mr. Recruiter or Miss Recruiter. Okay. So don't worry about that. Hang on.
Call the show now at 415-889-8367.
There we go. So, but anyways. Yeah. Wow. That was quick. That was real quick. That was...
I find it very interesting.
That was some serious quickness on a freaking reaction there. Oh, yeah. Just let the bosses know we just want to post what you had... What we seen
out there, yeah.
What you just read off. I mean, you already read it, so just that way we could see it.
You might want to check your office really quick for that.
Oh, okay. All right. Better shut up. But wow.
Yeah, I might have the gun on it.
That was fun, and I got it ready.
You know?
I'm the one MC. Prepare to dive. We have it. We have it ready to go. I'm all speaking Navy talk and shit. We can call some Navy. Hey, Navy guys, you want to call and ask us how your situation is with the Navarrec? Or is that what you guys call it? Man, that was fast. Damn, USEREC is like just threatening everybody and shit. Unreal. I find it quite reward. I think you say we have an effect. Yeah.
Are you Romery?
No, Romery. I'm USEREC already. Hey, I'm Romery. Okay, so
mass destruction.
Yeah, weapons of recruiting destruction. So while we're waiting permission to post that message, which I mean, Great Cloud already read it off, so it's just a message, and we've omitted and redacted some of the outline information, so you will just see the typing of it. So once we got the once we get the clear to post it, then we'll just post the words. We're only posting the text. We're not posting anything else. Right. So that way we guys can provide you validation of what we've done.
It's just text.
It's just text. But however, it is a shot of a shot, and oh god, I can't wait.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
There it is. So let's go back.
Oh, don't break me. Minx might be upset for tomorrow.
Oh, I know exactly. So okay, so let's go back to this dude who goes inside and freaking proves that the Lord has power of the world over animals in the wild. So a Zion Christian Church prophet, Alec Nwanwe, was viciously attacked by the lion during a safari trip. The man wanted to prove to the church members that God would save him, and the man went into a trance and began to speak in many different languages and started to run towards a pride of lions that were eating impala. And they were at the Kruger National Park in South Africa. The Kruger National Park is the one where you see crocodiles eating water buffaloes and lions fucking up other animals. That's the Kruger National Park, big one. That's all everyone likes to see on YouTube. So the man started to approach the pack, and very quickly, and of course, they wanted to protect their child, so they saw him as prey, And so as the man charged up to them, the Pride grouped up on him and attacked. They chased him before one of them bit down on his ass. He said he didn't know.
So much for intervention.
Yeah, and once the man realized that the Lord was not going to save him, he tried to run away. Y'all don't read the story. Y'all don't read biblical stuff. So anyways, I'm just saying, there was a couple of lions eaten before Daniel was saved. I'm just saying.
Yeah, Daniel.
Yeah, Daniel. So his name was not Daniel.
No, it was not. He might have had a fighting chance.
He might have. There might have been some hope of. All righty then. Did this happen on Easter?
Did he have nails with him? I'm just saying.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, so anywho.
Sorry.
But anyway, so that's just funny. The Kruger National Park spokesman said the park officials had not been aware of the situation and had said that to have taken place in the park with the lions. Went on to state that if the ranger had been involved, he would have shot towards the lions as suggested, and he would have reported the incident. So yeah. Let's see. Oh, let's see who's this. WTF Nation Radio, are you a recruiter? WTF Nation Radio, are you a recruiter?
No, I am not.
Oh, well then, come on, dude. We're waiting for recruiters.
I'm just here commenting on the whole lion situation. Have these Zion Christians ever figured out that the Romans and Christians and lions don't mix?
Well, yeah, that's what we're saying. We were talking about Daniel and the lion. So, hey, we're going to hang up. We're waiting for freaking recruiters to call, man. Thanks for calling.
All right, bye.
All right, later. Yeah, don't type the lions, guys. Don't type the lions.
Don't taunt the lions,
No,
maybe?
I said don't tie up the lions is what I said, a Freudian slip. Hey, we appreciate your calls, but we want recruiters to call. Right now, USAREC is fucking flipping out going through WTF, ThreatCon 1. They're right now activating all fucking servers and tracking. Right now, as we speak, USAREC is tracking every post that you have posted on this things that we've discussed and all the fucking posts that was on recently. So no word yet on the. Can we post it? Yeah. Can we? Because I'm about ready to fucking pull some rank. Let's just say fuck it.
I know. We're still waiting on fire permission. I had to clarify to somebody who was asking. Just saying. Uh-oh. I see the dots. That's terrible. You gonna make the boss work? Seriously?
Well, I mean, yeah, you just shall not be contained. So anyway, so we'll continue with this church leader dude. So he got his ass bit and his arm bit. Moral of the story: if you walk up to lions when they're eating and you're trying to invoke the religious thing, like the previous caller said, Romans, lions, and Christians don't mix unless your name's Daniel. Then it's different. Then all righty then.
Then you'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly. So, anyways,
I have somebody trying to work a channel that they might know on getting us a recruiter.
Oh, cool, awesome. Yeah, we were again. You were. We will ensure that your anonymity is protected. So if I say WTF Nation Radio, are you a recruiter? Just say yes, and that's it. I'll even answer the phone for you and answer the question in between, so that way we won't have to worry about it because this is fun. Man,
oh my God.
I haven't had this much USAREC fun in forever, and I think it's part of our because you know how USAREC has recruiting numbers. We have USAREC numbers too. Every week, every couple weeks at least, we must have a post about USAREC because USAREC.
Has it been one a week so far?
Just about.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
I mean, we joke at least.
Fire for effect.
Oh, there we go. Okay, cool.
That's from the boss.
All right, so there you go. If you guys pay my direct attention to the Facebook Live, Twitter, Mixer, YouTube, right there. If anyone has made comments on the U.S. Army WTF moments, I know it is late, but delete your comments.
Oh,
If they're deeming to the command in any way, it should be mentioned that the last week's conference call, recruiters are being disciplined at the field grade level for making slanderous comments towards USAREC on social media to see. It is an image perception problem. No shit.
What?
And we're trying to keep everyone out of the radar before they are noticed. Good night.
Mm-hmm.
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 Sounds like a CYA blast, everybody. I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
It looks like it's in one of those groups.
Yeah.
You know those USAREC groups? They for some reason, we don't have any. Okay, look, there's several groups that we are part of, and USAREC isn't one of them. It's almost like they know that a WTF admin is in there, because immediately when we say something or laugh about it, immediately we're gone. Oh, did you get booted? Yeah, I've joined the USAREC one before, and I got immediately booted because someone's like, yes, because they have trolls in there, and they booted me out real quick. They was real quick to boot me out. So it's hard to stay in the use. It's almost like masonry, man. It's almost like you're a mason. You have to get double checked and shit, and everyone's got to get verified and stuff. Masons don't come after me and throw me that fucking shit on me. But anyways, the thing is that now let's look at this comment. Has made comments on U.S. Army WTF moments, and we know it's late because we were just breaking balls about it just now. So it's not like, yes, they were listening. I could just imagine their beer that was flying. We were talking about everyone spitting their beer out. Oh my God, they're talking about us. That's bullshit. Raising up the blood pressure of any USAREC CSM is good by me, because we know that they're probably deployable and have not deployed, as opposed to somebody who is on profile who could probably do their job better, who's been deployed. Anyways, go back to what I was saying. If anyone in the comments, and I know it's late. So that means they obviously have heard what we said. It is mentioned in the last week's conference call, recruiters. We didn't get invited to that conference call. We tried to call into conference calls. I did one time, and I didn't hit the right code, and I got booted out.
Oh my God, that'd be hilarious. New phone, who dis?
Yep.
Just throw out some bullshit recruiting battalion.
Yeah, no, I'm serious. I mean, I've done. We've tried to call into BTCs and shit like that, and we get busted because we don't know the codes. I mean, I do at least. And somebody wants to send me on some fucking clandestine, sitting in a briefing mission, and the next thing you know, fucking Tradoc finds out it's me, and they hang up on me.
Oh, holy shit, that'd be hilarious.
So, I mean, we try to do that, but since all of our shows are at night, we obviously there's no commands that are operating right now.
See, what we need to do is we get halfway through one of their briefings, if we get in, and then let the stinger accidentally play.
Oh yeah, call the show now. Yeah, we should. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
holy shit.
No. Actually, if someone's like, anybody else got something to say?
The bitches, they love visuals.
Oh my God.
Play that on a fucking conference call. People will shit their fucking pants.
Hold on, I lost my headphones.
What's deeming to the command? Thank you for the English lesson. I know I don't speak English very well. I am an ESL student like Jose. So
Jose's got a little better.
He's gotten a little bit better, I guess. Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, did you see that? Yeah. A little late.
Oh, gotcha, bitch.
Sucky.
Oh, man. We just won't make sure that graphic gets put up there while it's on there. It's okay.
Just do some editing.
Yeah, we could just do some editing. Yeah, we can do that. That image can be, yeah, exactly. So, wow. So we can at least tag USAREC then for when we do the post and shit like that. Okay, hang on for a sec.
Uh-oh.
Hang on. WTF Nation Radio, are you a recruiter? WTF Nation Radio, are
really
you?
Ice? This is Ice.
What's up, man?
What is going on, brother?
Long time no hear. What you been up to, man?
No shit. I don't even know what the hell we're talking about, but I got a message saying I need to fucking call in.
Yes. Look, here's
Give me a back brief.
Here's the thing. So right now we were making fun of the Sergeant of the Army because he asked that we need to immediately before this within the next 30 days we need to have 400 previous recruiters who are not in deploying units get called back to recruiting duty because they're not going to be able to make their mission if they don't have recruiting. The second thing is that
I'm gonna say, hold on before you get to number 2. By the time they get to us, the training seats that have to get filled before will not make our mission, they have no fucking effect on that, by the way. We have to, within the next 30 days, fill more training seats than we probably have ever filled before, just to make the FY mission.
Yeah, and that's what we're that's what we're saying. And we were talking about how the Sergeant Major of the Army wanted to have all these non-deployables kicked out of the Army, but yet he doesn't want to have people drawn from deployable units to do recruiting jobs.
Well, I mean, I understand not to pull away from deployable units, but, oh, by the way, can I preempt something right now?
Sure.
I am actually at the barracks at Fort Knox at the fucking recruiting and fucking retention college for a training course right now. And it's not the Army recruiting course or the station commander course or any of that bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm literally laying in my bed fucking drinking bourbon at Fort Knox right now.
Oh, there you go. We're getting it fucking straight from the... See, but here's the thing, though. I mean, you're only providing us accurate information, so you're not like... It's not like you're talking shit about the command. But don't you think it's kind of like a little too late that after the Sergeant Major of the Army just told a bunch of sergeants majors and senior NCOs that they have to get out because they're non-deployable, and now they're talking about pulling people who aren't deploying to be recruiters? Don't you think that's kind of like a fucking... The irony, it's like I said, it's like a bad joke of the green weenie that literally writes itself out.
Exactly. Well, that's exactly what I'm trying to, or what I was saying earlier is like, even if without that extra fucking help, without them pulling the shitbags back in and say, no, we're not going to kick you out. You went through the ARC? Oh no, we're going to pull you back now. The Army recruiting course, for those that are listening and know what the hell ARC is, but
yeah.
No, I mean, if you pull them back in, by the time we even get them in, we've lost.
Yeah, exactly.
This is like trying to fucking get Adrian into the ring after Rocky got his ass beat, saying she's gonna help out.
Oh man! Oh, I love it. I love it.
Hey.
I love it. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I fucking love it, dude.
You don't even have to say any goddamn words. You know why I was saying hey.
Yeah, dude. I mean, now think about this. Now, in your experiences, though, you have seen guys that have ridden the fucking USAREC cock for so fucking long that they never went back to an operational unit, and then they're trying to tell guys that are coming in that they don't know what the fuck they're going on about the big army. Is that still happening?
Oh, I'm sure it is, and you know me well enough, and you know I've deployed multiple times.
Yeah.
Even though I've been riding the USAREC cock as long as you say I have.
Well, but I'm saying, but you've not. You've not.
I make sure my guys don't bullshit anybody. It's just what it is, but it's hard though. We don't bullshit anybody, but if you don't ask certain questions, we're not going to just divulge you information, I guess. But if that makes any damn sense.
No.
We're not going to lie to you, and we're not going to just like, hey, like the guard does, like, hey, you join us and you try it out. If you like it, we'll put you active duty in a few months. I mean, we don't do some of that shit. We don't do any of that crap. Oh, you'd be surprised.
I was about to say, oh, I know. I know about the guard pulling their fucking shit. They do some of that shit with some of my family members too. But yeah, I just think it's funny because the story first evolved from a message from the Sergeant Major of the Army to mad fucking panic in the USAREC channel, and then we posted that shit on U.S. Army WTF Moments, and now U.S. Army WTF Moments is getting fucking frantic, fucking like email blasts left and right, and the message traffic from this is generated so fucking much, it's unreal. You have to, I mean, there has to be some sort of understanding that, do they not realize that this shit's fucking true? That this is really happening within that force? And
yeah, I'm sure it is. So here's how oblivious I try to say to this. This is why I've like backed away from, and this had nothing to do with, U.S. fucking
I got you.
WTF Moments, none of that shit.
Yeah, I got you.
I actually just fucking
and I've never been on it before. I actually just got approved to be on the USAREC forum today. Just fucking today. Now, mind you, I've probably been in USAREC longer than most of the listeners have been in the fucking Army. And Spanky had to fucking text me and like twist my fucking arm around my back and say she's never going to give me another taco again to get me to call in tonight.
She got tacos?
Not the pink one, not the pink one, like the real ones you get from a truck.
Yeah, fucking never happens to ice.
Wow, that's pretty hardcore that she's starting to not give you a taco again.
I know. This is what it came down to. This is what brought me out of retirement right now. Oh man, I tell you, it's rough out here, man. It really is. I mean, you look at I don't like to get political, but you got to look at the political realm and with the divide with the country, and then think about what it is for recruiting.
But why wouldn't USAREC come out and just say that? I mean, why won't they just come out and say, hey, look, the reason why we're having problems recruiting is because the majority of the kids can't even fucking join the military because of whatever issues they have.
Can I tell you why?
Well,
because every one of us wears a fucking uniform, but when USAREC has to come out and say something that has nothing to do about the uniform, it's all about political. They can't. It's like some congressman coming out there and saying, you know what, these fuckers are pussies, they won't join. It's the same. It's really the same thing. They cannot come out and say it.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Oh, I know. I'm just saying, I'm sure, but within the realms and the hallways of some shit. Because, like, just recently, there's a new trend going on where teens are snorting condoms and then pulling them through their fucking mouth, which is like the new replacement for the Tide Pod shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, thank you for that.
Well, that's because most fucking E4s and belows don't know how to pull out anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
So they gotta snort it.
Or they're catching it somewhere else. But anyways, yeah, no, I was just curious because, like I said, this is starting to show a collapse. This is, to me, showing a collapse. Where
it started a year ago when they gave me $38,000 as a bonus to fucking have my going away party, more or less. And you remember me talking about that?
Yes, yes. But my point being though is that no, but it's showing a collapse throughout the different. In other words, they're robbing Peter to pay Paul now. Now the command is so. I think personally, commands are too fucking bloated. Anyways, there's too many fucking people on a command to do one fucking thing. I'm
telling you right now, USAREC wide, we've been fucking robbing Peter to pay Paul for fucking so goddamn long.
Exactly.
That we went through Jane, Dick, and Harry.
Exactly. And so now they're actually when USAREC is now reaching back into the operating force to grab fucking bodies of units that aren't deploying. And again, the hilarity and the fucking the big green weenie fucking irony of a joke is that right after they say we're throwing motherfuckers out for not being deployable, I'm just shocked that they would even post something like that.
Oh, dude, you're gonna have to send me this post because I honestly have not seen it. But
so,
like I said, you really have like is probably as high up of a perspective as you're gonna get out of this fucking subject, though.
Oh well, I appreciate it. Well, I appreciate you calling, man. Fuck, it's been a while.
It has been a long goddamn time.
Fuck, it's been a long time.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, what's up?
Elman's still on. That item's being worked for the main page release. Just saying.
Oh, okay. So there's more items to be released.
Yes. There's multiple sources now, so obviously.
Yeah. So it's good to go. So it can stay up. Oh, well, let me put it back up then. Hang on.
Wait, throw this back up.
Let me put it back up there then.
Our awesome J1 is working it up now.
Yeah, exactly. So there's another post. So if there's anyone that has made comments on U.S. Army WTF, I know it is late, but delete your comments. If they are deeming to the command in any way, it should be mentioned that last week's conference call, recruiters are being disciplined at the field grade level for making a slanderous comment towards USAREC on social media for all to see. It is an image perception problem, just trying to get everyone out of the radar before they are noticed. Good night. Now, what is considered slanderous? What is considered slanderous now? I mean,
I really don't know. All I can say is I've never said a fucking slanderous word since I've ever, and I'm going back years, probably before you actually were even on your ice. I have never said a bad word about this shit.
Actually, you're right.
Okay,
I don't think I've ever.
maybe a couple.
No, well, I'm about to say I've only heard you say one thing, but you were frustrated about something, and it wasn't USAREC related. You know what I mean? I've heard you.
Yeah.
I've heard you say stuff working in USAREC, but it was never. You were more frustrated about something else as opposed to the command itself. And I've never. So I really.
No. The command has been really good. It really has, and even now to this day, it's just. It's like any other Army unit. I mean, you're only as good as the so-called leaders that you get put above you, and you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's hit or miss, but damn, are they really reaching this bad?
Yeah, dude, they really are, man. Really are. So if you go when you're done talking to us, go ahead and check out the main page, and then you'll see the message that was put out by the Sergeant Major of the Army. And
I don't want to do that because I might call personal numbers after this.
Why not? Fuck it.
I might walk across the fucking street and beat on somebody's star.
Go for it, man. Send pics.
Fuck it, we're going Facebook Live after this. WTF Nation Facebook Live.
Exactly. All right, brother, man. Hey, thanks for the call, man.
All right, you guys have a good night.
Yeah, have a good night. Have a good. Oh wow, shit.
Oh, awesome.
This is you know what? This went from me. I mean, you guys are gonna have a busy show because tomorrow I haven't said a fucking thing that was on the lineup for tonight.
Awesome.
I
can first talk shit.
Yeah, I had so many jokes and one-liners for everything tonight. I only made it to the lion. I only made it to the lion. I only made it to the lion, and then I talked about the Hogg, David Hogg fucking webpage.
Fucking David Hogg.
So I fucking that was the hogwatch.com is what it was. So that was the only thing that I was fucking, because everything else just distracted the shit out of me with, of course, with breaking news. And of course, WTF Nation Radio and US Army WTF Moments always provide you breaking news, information, commentary, and discussion. I think I'm going to go ahead and check my inbox for any hate mail, because usually when I talk about religion or I get on subjects of religion, and I get I get Scientology emails and I'm going to sue you type shit and fucking Center for Arab and Islamic studies fucking come out. All the key players. So tonight, since I wonder if Kirk Cameron's going to come after me for talking.
Kirk Cameron. How he changes Meg in that one episode of Family Guy.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right, folks. It's gonna be a Meg episode.
It's gonna be. Shut up, Meg. Hang on, let me go ahead and go and pull up a fucking cut sheet, because I was just thinking about, goddamn, fucking all my thunder was taken. Man, damn main page. So real quick, first off, I just want to congratulate everybody who participated in the U.S. Army WTF Moments Easter egg hunt. And Easter egg hunt, I'm glad that we were able to provide you guys, the WTF Nation, partying up. Total of freaking prizes were given out through several installations, all the way reaching out to Alaska and Camp Humphreys, Korea, Fort Bragg, Fort Hood, Fort Gordon, Fort Belvoir. We were able to provide. Now, mind you, we hope, just make sure you contact the main page if you still haven't gotten your egg validated or whatever. But all the eggs have been found. We do, again, realize that our reach is everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
We can find, we are able to establish and set up, and of course, you know who set this up? And you guys might recognize this name. The Nasty set this up. You guys remember the Nasty from Sergeant's time. She now is up to bigger and better things, and of course, obviously could not, get involved in WTF Nation Radio stuff. So on her spare time, she works a lot of the heavy admin stuff for the main page, and she was the one that set up the Easter egg hunt. So, it is. I think she did an outstanding job. But I'm just floored at the fact that we were able once again to pull. And these freaking Easter egg hunts are getting better and better. We're gonna do a larger outreach next year with the Easter egg hunt. I mean, we're talking involving units of larger outreach. So it'll be interesting to see how that's going to play out. So stay tuned, of course, and obviously any other events that we're going to have, you'll be able to see on WTF Nation Radio, U.S. Army WTF Moments. So now on to the cut sheets. So you guys tomorrow are going to have tomorrow, that's right, you guys are going to have fucking David Cooner from Honorary Winery and Honorary Brewing Company. You guys are going to be all hoity-toity and yes.
Yes. Well, so I may have picked up 2 6-packs of their stuff.
Oh, really? Wow. You're gonna
cool. It's good. No, don't get me wrong. It's good stuff. No shit. It's good stuff.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. It's David Cooner from the Honorary Winery and Honorary Brewing Company. David Cooner is a partner in the Honorary. I'm Honorary. Honor Winery and Honor Brewery. With over 15 years of experience in the hospitality industry, David has brought his passion for wine and devotion to all those who have served in the military by creating Honor Winery and Brewing Company. Mr. Cooner has held leadership and equity roles in successful hospitality companies such as J-Tech Communications, a subsidiary of Micros Corporations, OpenTable.com, Fishbowl Marketing, and Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, a fine establishment to dine in. I love it.
Chris.
I love it. I love it. I love chewing on them steaks. Their motto is, a glass raised of honor is always a glass raised in honor. I like the catch on the freaking wording there. I can't wait. It's going to be an interesting show. Friday, we're going to have singer and Navy veteran Jerry Ann Sailor Jerry. Sailor Jerry is going to come back on here. She was here a year ago or so to promote her single, Hallelujah, with a veteran twist to it. While serving in the Navy, she served as an aviation mechanic on F-18s and has been busy working in the studio. She'll be back to tell us about her new single. Next Tuesday, we're going to have Bob Reagan from Operation Song. Mr. Reagan is a CEO and executive director of Operation Song. He is a Grammy and Dove Award nominated songwriter with over 200 songs recorded by artists from Keith Urban to Roy Rogers. Operation Song's mission is to empower veterans and active duty service members to tell their stories through the process of songwriting. Their vision is to become the premier songwriting organization serving active duty and veteran communities, to expand their programs stateside and overseas, and to train others in their model. Their goal is to establish Operation Song as a unique and viable treatment option using creative and integrative therapies to help individuals recover from the stress of war and improve their quality of their lives, especially if you need fucking especially if you work in USAREC. Okay. Now we were kind of hiding this, but I guess time's getting close because it is within the 2-week window. All right.
Uh-oh.
We have a guest that's coming on. And I will say this. You guys, how many here follow Super Troopers? You all know the movie Super Troopers, right? Eric Stolhanske is going to come back from Super Troopers to promote Super Troopers 2. So be prepared to see all pamphlets, freaking propaganda promoting Super Troopers and Super Troopers 2 and Rabbit. Eric Stolhanske obviously is a writer-producer, a.k.a. Rabbit, we'll be back to talk about the premiere of the movie that all the Super Trooper fans have been waiting for, Super Troopers 2, that will be released on 4/20. Super Troopers 2 is about a border dispute between the U.S. and Canada, and the Super Troopers are tasked in establishing a highway patrol station in the disputed area. I am freaking pumped for this show to come on. Everyone else should be. We all should be doing the freaking fangirling. I'm fangirling right now.
Of course you are.
Yes, dude. I can't wait. Oh man, it's gonna be awesome. Well, that man, shit. I think that's it. Do we got anything else we want to talk about? So again, Eric Stolhanske, Rabbit, Super Troopers, Friday the 13th. Ooh, is it really? Oh fuck, is it Friday the 13th?
Yes.
Oh, it's in the It's within the 2-week announcement window too. Ooh, buddy. Oh man. Okay. Well, with that, hey, Great Cloud, thanks for coming on and hanging out with me on the Monday edition, because I know Flash's kid's birthday. So happy birthday, Little Flash. It's not Baby Flash, but Little Flash. But happy birthday, Little Flash.
Yes, birthday, Little Flash.
Yeah. So again, happy birthday, little guy. And then everybody, thank you for coming on. Don't forget, we got a show every night, 20 till complete. We say 20 till complete because sometimes we run over, or sometimes we might, actually, we've been running over a lot.
Yeah.
All of our shows have been running over because I think we just have a good time, and we kind of forget the time and also the stuff, and then just time flies when we have fun.
Minx, it's okay.
Well, she just talked too much. Sorry, Minx is playing. First breaking balls. Don't get mad. But
because she has questions.
I have questions. I have questions. But anyways, hey guys, thanks for joining us. It's Orange Time tonight. Don't forget to listen to all of our platforms. If you're not listening to us streaming live through twitter.com/WTF Nation Radio or Facebook Live / or Facebook.com/WTFNR, YouTube.com/WTF Nation Radio. You can always catch us on our podcasts that we have. You can download through iTunes and go through Google Play and go on our website to grab them up. Each show gets posted no later than at least 48 to 72 hours. So usually, like me, I post immediately after. So all the raw clicks, farts, burps, and all of the stuff that you're hearing, I don't know how to do the sound engineering as good as Jay Reddy, because Jay Reddy likes to throw his special effects in there and likes to snazz this shit up. If you ever hear his podcasts, they're pretty freaking cool. So just don't forget, if you can't catch a show, you can always pull it down on iTunes at WTFNationRadio.com. So with that, dude, Rabbit, Super Troopers. I'm so excited. I know I had to contain myself because we can't go like crazy and stuff like that over the air.
You have to be professional.
Yeah, we got to be professional. So anyways, thanks for everybody joining us tonight. And we'll see you, Surek, later. Shots.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show.
Rip apart my art, I'm strong like a flower blooming. You got it all wrong, I know I breathe, and like you see, I see, and like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see, and like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human.
Call me a vet like a soldier, Green Beret, 21 gun salute, don't wanna see the day. In the constant war zone, in the home of the brave, where they hate the police until they saving the day. I got kids like you, a mortgage like you, so blue lives matter, and so does yours too. All this separation and divide, open your eyes. If you cut us all open, we the same inside. The only difference is I run to the gunfight. Your peace when it's chaos, when the people don't act right. But I'm under scrutiny for trying to protect me. You pull a pistol and I'm shooting for trying to contest me. I got a quick second to make a deadly decision. The media betrayed me like a kid for a living, like I'm cold with no heart, a brain with no thoughts, a body with no feeling, a life with no cause.
Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see, and like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see, and like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. I'm damned if I do, and damned if I don't. It's like every single time I say what's on my mind, they go for my throat, they spew evil words. If you are absurd, always grinding, grinning, and killing my soul with these verbs. Hold me down, like I can't gasp for air. I'm closed inside of a box, like I'm inside Fort Knox. Every time that I'm there, I don't know why they think that I'm different from you. All that's true is I'm a like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see, and like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see, and like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see, and like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like like an object. I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul. I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object. I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul. I'll always be a human.
Good evening, boys and girls. This is Tim Kennedy. I'm a Special Forces sniper, a Ranger qualified Green Beret, a UFC fighter. Please listen to us and the shenanigans that we're going to say. We will insult you. There will be racial slurs. We will be sexist. We will offend you. But there will be magic, and a unicorn will be raped. So enjoy the show. Thank you for listening on WTF Nation Radio.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.